Okay, reload it. I wonder what this button does here.
Oh no, not that one.
Blind and Beyond.
Blind and Beyond.
It's the Blind and Beyond show.
With Hershi Trivedi.
And Dave Hillerbrand.
He'll be talking to all kinds of interesting people in the blindness community and beyond. I wonder where they could be. Let's check on them now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Hirsch, something weird is happening, man. I think we're landing. Wow.
I don't think we're going to video. Click what?
And we have landed indeed. Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the Blind and Beyond show here on YouTube. You got myself, Dave, and my buddy Hershi.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Blind and Beyond show. Wow, Dave. 9 episodes in the can. Feels like that's
Hard to
quite a
believe,
feat.
huh?
Is it week 8, week 9? I mean, I've lost count. But how have you been?
Who would think it possible? Well, we had a good week.
Yeah.
Everything is A-OK here. Everything okay in Daytona?
Absolutely.
Surviving spring break?
What is a break? What does break mean?
You know, the spring break, that's when
You
there's...
have to take a break? I don't understand what those words mean, taking a break.
that's when you got a spring, it breaks, you know.
Oh. Well, sometimes you might break a string. Have you heard of a string break? I think you have, right, Dave? How many
Thankfully, I
strings have you
haven't had
broke?
too many of those.
Oh, snap, okay. But what kind of strings how many strings do you have on your toy over there? Your little
This is a little 6-stringer here.
6-stringer, eh? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, trying out my Spanish there, different languages. But, it's quite interesting to find out how music can really connect any one of us from nation to nation. Especially with some of the guests that we're going to have tonight. I know I sent you a video and you were like, oh my God, this is amazing. So before we do that, just going to give a quick shout out to the Blind Abilities team out there. And, we have a guest first up, actually. I think, Dave, you should introduce him. Maybe our audience have always been asking about music. Maybe I think we found that guy. What do you think?
I think you're right. I think it's time.
It's time.
It is
I think
time.
It's time. Huh. I wonder what this button does here.
I wonder it too.
Yeah, that button.
It's
Pushing
time.
buttons.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I would like to welcome you to my good friend, Terry Willard. Take a bow there, Terry.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Yes,
Welcome to
sir.
the show, sir.
Good evening. Good to have you on, my friend. Let's try that again. Terry Willard. Pow.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Welcome to the stage, sir. And how you've been?
Hey, man,
Very
great
well,
to-
thanks. Thanks for having
Beaming in from the great state of Connecticut, is that correct?
me. It is Connecticut indeed.
So you're starting to see a little bit of spring up there?
Oh, yeah, especially today. I mean, the flowers are beginning to bloom, and today we had a very beautiful day, probably up in the low 70s, beautiful sunshine. Been waiting for this for a long time, Dave. We had a tough winter up here.
Indeed, I've heard about it. And of course, down here even we've had some pretty rough weather. Nothing to compare to you guys, but we've certainly made some record lows. I think we got down to 23 here in my neck of the woods. So that's really cold for us thin-blooded Florida people. You guys are built to handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little difficult, but thankfully we've got music to keep us company when it's too cold to go outside. So now Now, for the listening audience that doesn't know, are you totally blind? Is that correct?
I would say legally blind. It depends on the lighting. Obviously, it's a little more difficult to see big objects, but with the sunlight and lights on, there are some objects I can see.
Gotcha. What is the nature of your vision loss? What caused it initially, and if you weren't blind from birth, when did you become blind anyway?
Okay, so to answer the first question, RP, and of course everybody knows that RP stands for retinitis pigmentosa. So that's the nature of my my vision lost. So it happened when I was in grade school. The teachers would write everything on the chalkboard, and I would say around about third or fourth grade, I began to realize, wait a minute, I can't see this stuff from across the room anymore. And of course, me being a little shy and what have you, I never went to the teachers and said, well, I'm not able to see. But they picked up on it, Dave, and they began to make special accommodations and all for me. And I would say at that point, I thought anyway, when I went outside and played and stuff, I saw pretty normal. So it so happened that in 2000 and I would say around 2004, I used to use this device called the closed circuit TV, the Optilic.
Oh yeah.
And I would say, something is wrong. Something is wrong with this machine. Something is wrong with this machine. And come to find out, it wasn't the machine. It was my vision loss. So I would say probably around 2004, 2005 is when I lost a lot of my independence, because before then I would jump on the bus and go wherever I wanted to go by myself. I moved around by myself.
Even though your vision wasn't very good, you could still get around plenty well. And
I still see, at least I thought I sing pretty well then,
right.
But and it all just,
and of course you use what you've got. That's the thing. But well, very good. And of course, obviously, it hasn't stopped you from doing anything that you want. Now, you're were you born in Connecticut? You always live up there?
Yes, I was born and raised and breeded, whatever you want to call it, here in the nitty gritty, the smoking city, the place they call Middletown.
Gotcha. And brothers and sisters? Or are you the only one, the only kid?
No, it was 9 of us in the family, and my late brother Walter also had vision loss. Also, had RP, retinitis pigmentosa.
Wow, nine siblings. So you guys have to fight for the biggest piece of chicken or whatever you're eating. Have fight for your spot in line, right?
No, actually, my father was a great provider. He always made sure we had plenty to eat. He always took care of us. I mean, he probably was the greatest man to walk the earth after Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't so much about thinking about your dad, taking care of you guys as much as just having so many brothers and sisters. I would imagine you guys would be, fighting over every little thing. I
was saying, in other words, I was saying he kept plenty there around us for us also. Yeah, but it was a big family. We had a lot of fun, and growing up and all. I had 5 brothers and 3 sisters.
Wow. Okay. And so when did you get into music, and what got you started?
Well, again, that was my father's idea. I would say probably around 11 to 12 years old. He says, I want to give you guys piano lessons, meaning my late brother Walter as well, which was a phenomenal piano player. He studied Oscar Peterson. So things that you can hear Oscar Peterson doing on the piano. My brother was an Oscar Peterson man.
Oh man. Yeah, that's some fancy stuff there for sure.
Yeah, he was incredible.
Well, you do some fine stuff on the keyboard too, and we're going to be anxious to hear some of that here in a little bit. So, and I'll be anxious to hear a little bit of story behind the music, so to speak. But
Yeah.
so you got started playing piano around age 11 or 12, and what style of music did you start off with?
Well, that's an interesting question because I guess I'm dating myself. But back then, when you started off in piano lessons, they had these books. Boy, I don't know. Dave, to be honest, I don't even know what genre of music it was. It probably was pop tunes, you know. But anyway, that's where I started. And then my dad, being a minister, he really wanted us to get into more or less gospel piano. So kind of grew up playing gospel piano for the most part.
Nice. Well, I always love the sound of gospel piano myself anyway, so very good on that. And did your dad have any musical background, or he just loved music?
Just loved music, but my mother was the one that also played the piano and sang.
Oh, gotcha. So you had it in your blood anyway, for sure.
It's in our DNA. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And when did you decide to get into doing some songwriting? Because of course that's something totally different there.
Yeah, well, I was always curious about other things. You know, I mean, my dad wanted me to strictly be into the gospel music, but then I began to identify with other genres of music and wanted to kind of understand it and get into it, you know. So it was probably I was probably 16 years old or so that I began to identify with other genres of music. And of course, you know, my sister used to be a big Stevie Wonder fan, so I was listening to him a lot and kind of like what I heard there. So wow, you know, and
what's not to
I know
like,
my
right?
dad wouldn't approve of it. Huh?
I say, what's not to like, right? Yeah, no, I'm with you. You know that popular music. I'm sure your dad, being being fairly religious, would not have been appreciative of the secular type of. Not that Stevie did anything that controversial or anything, but it wasn't gospel music anyway. That's the main thing, right?
Right. And I did get in trouble a couple times.
No, I don't believe it.
So, but and you know, it's funny. I identify with Stevie Wonder not because he was blind, because when I was a kid listening to him, I didn't totally, you know, understand what the blind world was all about. But it was the chord changes and the energy that he had in his music and stuff, and that's what caught my attention. I said, "Wow, man, I like this guy. I like how he sounds." And the sound, you know, I could tell it was a lot different than just hearing a groove, you know.
Yeah.
I began to identify a lot with TV, and then I just began from that point branch off and start listening to a lot of other music, and I ran across Errol Garner. He's my favorite piano player of all time, so
good taste.
I really appreciate his music. Yeah, and a lot of other things, you know.
Oh yeah, that's you can tell a person by a lot of their you get a feel of how good a musician is by some of the people they like to listen to. So, and that certainly explains. You got some great influences there, and of course Stevie's. Even though I'm not a keyboard player, he's always a great influence because I just love the style of music, and even though it's a lot of soul, there's so many different styles of music that he covers, which as we will see, you do as well, my friend. So actually, without further ado, if you don't mind, I would like to get into the first song that I grabbed from you off of. Now, all of Terry Willard's tunes are available up on iTunes, not iTunes, but on YouTube rather. And I would love to find out, if you don't mind, telling a little bit behind the story of Sweet Silhouette, because that is one of that's the first tune I'd like to play. Maybe you might mention what album that's on, and Actually, going back even a little bit further, tell me if you would. I know you've got a few albums that are out. So how many albums do you have in all, and where is the easiest place for people to be able to listen to your music?
Well, I have, I think, at least about 8 albums out. But I'm making 7 albums out, and they're available on all the digital platforms, such as Spotify. Spotify and places like that plays my music, but iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby is the hub. So if you go there and search Terry Willard, then you'll be able to find where all my music is available at. So you can
CD
download
Baby,
it from
they can
iTunes
actually
as well.
purchase. They can purchase if they want to on CD Baby, right?
Yes.
If they like your
Yes,
music and they want to
that is
hang on
correct.
to it or whatever. So, okay.
Yeah.
So would you rather me play the tune first, or let's talk about it before we spin it up there? What do you think?
Okay, so let me talk about it a little bit. Give you about a minute. I'll give you. So I have been asked the question a million times. What do you see? How do you see? What do you actually see? How do you repeat it?
Sure.
So, and I was explaining to you around 2004 is when my vision really began to worsen, deteriorate. But before then, I was able to see colors and everything really well, and I was very independent. So now I answer when someone asks me, well, how do you see? What do you see? I'll just simply say, like a silhouette. After my vision began to deteriorate in 2004, then things began to be much blurry, which is how I come up with that song. I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and she also asked me, what do you see? I said, silhouette. She said, I said, you look like a silhouette. I can't detail the color of your eyes or the shape of your nose or your smile. He says, a sweet silhouette. I said, yeah. I said, you know what? That's awesome. I'm gonna write a song on that. So that's how I came up with the song.
Awesome.
The thing is that the music is about a person being blind or visually impaired, being able to see the beauty and love of someone through the inner visions of their mind. So that's kind of like how I came up with the concept.
Okay, yeah, and I noticed that there are a few songs that they may not directly discuss vision, but they, they kind of hint around. There's some double entendres and all kinds of stuff that are mixed in with your music. That especially someone that is blind or has vision loss, they can definitely relate to it. So, if you don't mind, I'm actually going to play the full song of this because this has got some cool jams in it too, and then we'll come back on the other side and talk a little more. So This is a song by Terry Willard, and it is called Sweet Silhouette. And what's the name of the album this is on, Terry?
Actually, I released it as a single.
Ah, okay. The official single. Cool.
So
all right.
It's still available.
Yeah, I love that. All right, cool. Well, here comes Sweet Silhouette for you.
Chilling in my SUV, sitting next to me is my sweet silhouette. There's a glare in your stare when you're staring at me. I see a sweet silhouette. I wander through the eyes of your mind. Can you see what I see? A sweet silhouette. With each beat of my heart, touching you, touching me, my sweet silhouette. Looking deep in your eyes. I surmise a sweet silhouette. When you're smiling at me, such beauty I see of a sweet silhouette. The perfume that you wear lets me know that I'm here with my sweet silhouette. I love to trace your lovely face, run my fingers through your hair of my sweet silhouette. My sweet silhouette. My sweet silhouette. I got a visual and it's sexual. My sweet silhouette. Inner visions fill my head when I'm lying in bed of a sweet silhouette. Well, the night has grown old, baby, and the morning is here with my sweet silhouette. I feel your body still moving. It's our last groove for the night with my sweet silhouette. A final kiss for the night while I still hold you tight. My sweet silhouette. And in case you don't know, I hate to see you go. My sweet silhouette.
All right, that was awesome.
Fantastic.
A jamming tune.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. If I had the sound, my sound effect of my 1,000-person audience queued up, I would give you the standing ovation for sure. So, but
You know, it's
yeah.
funny. I wrote that song with not me intending in mind to sing it. There's an artist out there, October London, and I wanted to try to reach out to him to see if he can sing it because he had the real, the voice for it and all. Because if you notice, it had a little bit of Marvin Gaye feel to it, and he sounds like Marvin. So, kind of wrote it. Hopefully, he'll hear it one day and say, "Hey, I like this," and re-record it. Do some justice to it.
That can happen, but it's also got a nice Terry Willard sound to it, I think. So that's the important thing. And of course, a lot of good songs can be recorded by other people and get different feel. But I think you did a great job on this one. And like I say, the people that don't know the story behind it, they wouldn't necessarily know you're talking about. Your experience with vision loss and stuff. So I appreciate you sharing that part of it with us. So,
Yes.
I'd like to talk to you a little more about how you write music. I wonder if you have a particular formula. If you do you come up with a music groove first? You get the lyrics first, or does it really matter? It's a mix match of everything.
Oh, no, it's kind of a mixed match of everything. First of all, you had to come up with an idea, and that's where it kind of all starts. But then after that, there's some times where, I drop the hook and then write around it, or maybe there's a group, like you said, a groove, or maybe the lyrics will come first. I hear some lyrics and I start singing them. Say, wait a minute, let me just put something to this. So it comes all kinds of ways, Dave.
Now,
For me, it comes all
Now, since you do have a bit of vision loss, how do you jot down stuff as far as what kind of device do you use for capturing lyrics?
Well, I have I have about a dozen little small digital recorders.
I
And
got
I
you.
keep them
Okay.
all around me. Even when I go to bed, I leave my cell phone in another room, but I'll leave a digital recorder on the table.
That's smart.
And so if the thought comes to, yeah, I will put it down, and especially lyrics. And then I will actually do like a layout of the music, the idea, and put it on my 2480 digital recorder. And that way I have more editing power and trying to put lyrics and everything together. So that's kind of how I do it.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten what I think is a great idea, like in the shower or something, and all of a sudden I'll remember it. I'll keep on repeating until I get out and get dressed and get ready and put it down. And sure as heck, by the time I'm out and ready to do something to capture it, I've totally forgotten how it goes. So, now,
Yeah.
now you're a younger guy, I think, so maybe you don't have that memory issue. How old are you, just out of curiosity?
Oh man.
Well, hey, I mean,
Okay.
it's not like we're ladies. We can discuss our age. It's not a bad thing, man.
Yeah. No, I'm 63. Next month I'll be 63.
Well, there you go. See, we grew up in the same era. I'm 64. So
Yeah.
this
Okay.
this buddy of ours, Hershi, on here, he's a youngster, but we'll still let him into the party anyway.
But
He's of age, so we
All
can
right,
let him
he
in.
It's always great to
doesn't
hear.
need any ID, right?
No.
Yeah, no, he's like double the ID age, but he's still young for compared to us anyway.
Well, Mr. Willard,
Yeah.
it's always awesome to understand. Sometimes we get, as you said, the recorder is a device for you to get an idea. But what is that motivation? Because again, making any content, musically, digitally, any of that, there's a bit of motivation necessary. And sometimes we get in our heads ourselves, or imposter syndrome or whatever. But for our audience out there, how can you advise to them that take an idea and foster it? Or, how does it work for you? How would you talk to my audience to say, if you have an idea, how to put it down, so to speak?
And are you just trying to do it for fun, or I mean, obviously you've got several albums out, so you're able to do it for a living, which is awesome. But maybe you've got suggestions to the folks that are starting out that maybe a place to start anyway.
Everybody's life is a story, and whatever your life entails, whatever experiences that is in your life, at least with me, that's what I write about. So maybe one chapter might close, and then to another chapter, and it's another story, another story that I'm telling. And it goes, and then what I do is I explained 2 years earlier, I keep those little devices around. And I just kind of keep like a diary. It's almost like a diary, an autobiography put to music. I record it, and sometimes I might record it and let it stay there for probably a few months or a year or two. Go back. Right now I'm going back into my archives of all my ideas, listening to say, wow, well, this sounds great. Maybe I should record that. So that's kind of like where I'm at now. I'm working on a new album, which probably is going to be done next month. It's going to be all instrumental stuff.
Okay.
And I'm liking how it's coming out. And yeah, so that's kind of a couple ways of how I go about it.
Perfect. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Very cool.
hang in tight. Dave, I think we got to go to commercial break.
We'll be right back in just a second with more cool music and some career history of Terry Willard. But first, a word from our sponsor, as they say.
Evolutionary Cadence Tactile Tablet is your gateway to a new world of electronic access and communication. At Touchable, we're dedicated to bringing the Cadence Tablet's true multi-line braille, tactile animation, and powerful learning tools to the worldwide blind community. The Cadence Tablet is shipping today and available for purchase at the Touchable online store. Visit gotouchable.com.
Lynn, I'm looking for the lid to the container for the tuna fish. I want to put the tuna fish in the container, but I can't find the lids.
Michael, the lid is under the toaster oven.
Oh, Lynn, come on now. This is ridiculous. What a joke. Lynn, if you would have gotten Mr. Lid, their lids are attached to the containers. This wouldn't be happening, Lynn.
All right, Michael, I'll go to MrLid.com and we'll get organized.
Thank you.
Tired of losing the lids to food storage containers and cluttered cabinets? Well, Mr. Lid containers solve that with their unique attached lid design, making them easier to find, use, and organize. With sizes from half a cup to 1 gallon, they're stackable, food safe, and easy to clean, making your life easier. Get yours today at MrLid.com. Use code BEYOND15 for first-time customers. That's MrLid.com.
At the Carroll Center for the Blind, vision loss isn't the end, it's a new beginning. Since 1936, we have helped individuals of all ages build the skills, confidence, and independence to thrive in a sighted world. From technology training to mobility and career readiness, we don't just teach, we transform lives. Take charge of your vision loss journey. Visit carroll.org.
Goodness gracious, we are back. Here at the Blind and Beyond show. I need to give a shout out to one of the folks in the chat. We've got Juju Hot Wheels who says hello to everyone, and we appreciate your support.
Shout out to Julie.
Very, very much. We want to remind everybody to be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I mean, if you don't want to listen to it now, you can listen to it later, you know. Cup of coffee goes good with our show, I found, right?
Man, every week, I'm always blessed by this music. I love it. Great job, Dave. And again, pleasure to meet you, Mr. Terry. And we've been talking to Mr. Terry Willard here, and he is a musician and I guess a man of many talents, I would say.
Indeed, musician, songwriter, extraordinaire, and in all things. So,
and as we were getting started to know there, Mr. Terry, is we were trying to figure out the songwriting techniques. Do you have any techniques that you use for your songwriting? I think that's what Dave was alluding to earlier.
No, it's not any necessarily special way I go about writing music. As I stated earlier, it comes, the music can come first, the groove can come first, the lyrics can come first. What has to come first, most of all, is the idea. So, from an idea,
subject matter, I assume you're saying that, at least anyway.
Well, if it's instrumental, there probably wouldn't be a subject matter. But I could be walking, I can catch a groove in my head, and of course it could be maybe a rhythm of a drum pattern, or maybe it could be a riff,
Right.
that I might hear in my head. Oh, I can write some lyrics to this,
Right.
this little riff
Sure.
here. So it comes that way as well, So it comes all kinds of ways. I don't think
Let's
there's
say if-
any special way.
Well,
sorry.
let's just say if I threw technology at you, because like
Okay.
the idea of the groove, getting a recorder is real simple to do. We're sometimes overthinking, I think, the idea of what we're trying to get across to the audience or whomever, right? Musically or however you're thinking it. So we've mentioned like a recorder is definitely a great tool to have. Of course, our phones these days, they have all kinds of apps, Gold Wave and Reaper for a couple apps, and then Amadeus for editings and things like that, for Logic, Final Cut, but video, audio. But in the fact of the simplicity of all of that, and then instruments, do you go back to a piano and just start playing back on the piano, boom, 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 get that rhythm, get that groove going? Or are you a type where you're starting to adopt the newer technologies that are out there to make maybe life easier, or, how does that work for you?
What do you use to
Okay.
record on, first of all? Then?
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to get into that now. Let me just answer part A first. Yeah, sometimes it can come from the piano. I'm not a great guitar player, but sometimes I can get an idea from a guitar. I've gotten them from the harmonica. But what I use to record on when it comes to the digital part of all of this is I'm still using the Roland VS2480 digital recorder.
Okay.
And I use this because I could be somewhat independent with it. Now, I met the president of Roland, William Carr,
Okay.
and he took a special interest in me because he says that his mom was blind, and he's the actually one, just to fast forward real quick here, he's the one that taught me everything I kind of know about the recorder that I used, the Roland VS2480. And I remember a few years back, I was using the Ensoniq ASR10, and there was another gentleman there did the same thing. Kurt took out the time to teach me, how to navigate around these machines. So I'll put it on my ideas on a little digital recorder, but then I go to, to my bigger unit here, and that's where I begin to lay out the final tracks.
So are those?
And for people,
is your Roland? Is that somewhat? I assume somewhat accessible. Obviously, it's got buttons and knobs as opposed to touch screen and that kind of thing.
buttons and knobs. I couldn't do it with the touch screen, Dave.
Yeah.
Being totally blind, it's you're gonna need people to help you, because when you want to get into like the EQing and setting the compressions and all of that kind of stuff, you need someone sighted there to kind of help you. Julie my wife is an excellent engineer, so she's the one that kind of helps me navigate around the machine. So I could be sitting there trying to do something. Wait a minute, move out the way. Let me do it. Bang.
That's
It gets
nice.
done.
And of course, the beautiful thing is that being your wife, you have unlimited time where she can show you some of the tricks, so you can do it on your own sometimes too, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do the basic layout on my own. So when it comes to laying out the song and the form of the song, and that means I'm coming from one of the keyboards. I use the Motif ES7 and the Korg M3, which is my favorite. When I plug in and come up with my ideas, then I plug in, and from there, I'll like a chronological order. I do the bass line, keys, and everything else come after the strings and guitars and all of that. Now with the ASR10 I was allowed to lay out the whole song. I had, my vision was much, much better. So I was very, very independent. They used to call me in the studios to help people navigate through that machine when they was doing recordings, to show them how to get through the commands and all, because that's how well I knew that machine. And so that's where most of my earliest work
You do your bass on keyboards too? Is that right?
Oh yeah, I play my bass on keyboards, and even some of my sax stuff I play on the keyboard.
Yeah, I've heard some
Yes.
stuff that has great sax lines that you would never know was a keyboard. It's quite surprising, and some really nice bass lines too. So you kind of have to put your mindset in the mind of a bass player or sax player to phrase things the way they would do. So you do an amazing job of that, I think.
I wish I could do that guitar that way, though, Dave. The guitar is the most frustrating instrument on a keyboard for me.
Well, it is, for finger picking, it's not too bad, but for trying to come up with a strum or something, or is
Right.
that's realistic is difficult. Hey, I'd love to move on to one of your other tunes, if I may. We share a love for reggae music. So a number of years ago, when I heard a reggae tune that you do, I thought it was so cool because it has a very authentic sound, and obviously you're an American guy, so to actually have the more of a traditional feel for reggae, I'm always impressed, and catches my attention. So how about telling us a little bit about your reggae tune? It's cool, it's okay. Is that the title of it? Do I have that right?
Yeah, it's just cool. It's okay.
It's cool. It's okay.
I suppose that's probably.
Yeah.
I guess this
He's selling himself a little short there. Come on, it's more than okay. It's great. It's awesome.
And it's a little long too, Dave. So you might want to fade it. But anyway,
I'll fade it a little bit anyway. But we want to get the full feel, And, anyone out there doing those reggae kind of things, we don't want to stop them in the middle. So.
Well, I guess we all grew up. We all had a crush on some lady or another.
There you go. So,
it just didn't.
So tell us about
it.
How you came up with
the right
this.
Timing.
Right. So how did you come up with this song? And then we'll play it for the people.
Yeah. Well, that's what that was all about. Having a crush on a young lady that I think she was involved. She was someone, and I guess I just wasn't there in time. I wasn't on time, so I lost out. That's what.
I'll tell you.
But
a lot of your songs are about young ladies. You especially when this one I'm going to play later. You're quite the Casanova. So
R&B. Huh? Okay.
There you go. He's all that.
Well, I do have other songs that's about life, though.
Oh yeah,
really,
hey, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, love is all part of that, my friend. So, anyway, I'm not sure if I advanced this to the right song or not. Let's see here. I think we're at the right spot.
Technology.
There it is.
I'm trying to fight the feeling to not play with it, I'm just going to listen.
Oh, okay. You can play. I'd be interested in hearing what you had to.
If I could, you know that I would. I love to spend my life with you. But certain circumstances blows our chances to do the things that lovers do. But all of this is vanity. I'm caught up in a fantasy. I'm secretly in love with you. Whenever I'm dreaming, no one knows I'm dreaming. In my heart, I'm thinking of you. But I tell you the truth, it's cool, baby, it's cool. Although never be my boo, I still got that love for you. And it's okay, baby, it's okay. I know you feel the same way too. I still got that love for you. Every day, we talk on the phone, babe, and that's okay. But only just imagine if we shared the passion and did the things that lovers do. But all of this is vanity. I'm caught up in a fantasy. I'm secretly in love with you. Whenever I'm dreaming, no one knows I'm dreaming. In my heart, I'm thinking of you. But I tell you the truth, it's cool, baby, it's cool. Although you never be my boo, I still got that love for you. And it's okay, it's okay. I know you feel the same way too. I still got that love for you. Baby, it's cool, baby, it's cool. Although you never be my boo, yeah, I still got that love for you. And it's okay, baby. I know you feel the same way too. I still got that love for you.
I didn't want to fade it out. I wanted to keep it going there, Terry, but that's awesome tune. Terry Willard.
I heard you throwing some licks.
I threw a couple in there just to see if you were paying attention. See if you recognize that.
I was paying attention. But you know what? It makes me want to go back and rearrange it now with a real guitar.
Hey, I'll come on up for the weekend.
I see an episode in our future, my friend.
There you go. There's always a
Really?
way. I do have to give a quick shout out to our friend Flo. Florence.
Hey, Flo, how's it going?
Flo.
Good evening.
Flo
Good evening from Florida, I believe.
Yeah, she is awesome and quite a supporter of the show, and we love having her listen. And she's doing some amazing things, stepping out of her comfort zone, doing all kinds of cool stuff. And so we applaud you.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Flo.
Yay, Flo.
There you go. We got some love from Terry and everybody else. And we always want to empower everybody to do what they can and just, put your mind to it.
There you go. And don't forget, like, share, and all that stuff.
Yeah, like, subscribe, and comment.
Yeah, subscribe.
Comments are the best thing to do.
Yeah, comments are good. And
you know what? Let's take a real quick pause. It's that moment of the show. It's called the Thank Miss Brenda. Thank you, Miss Brenda, for all that you do and reading the comments out for us.
Yay, Brenda!
So we're going to make that a new segment on the show. We're going to just pause anytime and it's thank you, Miss Brenda, because she's always bringing in the comments. And soon enough, we'll get her voice in here some more. You get to hear her voice on our intro. So thank you again for all that you do for the Blind and Beyond family.
Yes, she's the sexy voice at the very beginning of the show, and she's been, and she's also the one that puts up with my nonsense on a daily basis. So she's a wonderful person, and make sure that I look fairly centered here on YouTube as well. It's not easy for a blind guy to do that. So anyway,
So Terry, if you were to suggest for anybody to even coming in through an entry level, you got anything on the Roland side that you would recommend for people to jump into? If they're looking for an interface or something.
Because there are so many Roland
we're going to call you
keyboards.
the Roland specialist now, so.
No. No, the one keyboard you mentioned that caught my ear was the Motif. Everyone keeps on talking about that being especially accessible at one time anyway for blind folks. First, if you would comment on that, what do you think about the Motif, the keyboard?
Well, I'll say this, Dave. If it's good enough for Stevie Wonder, it's good enough for Terry Willard. I played.
There you go. I'm with you on that, buddy.
Hey,
I mean,
if
the
y'all
guy
say
knows
that
what
loud
he's
enough,
doing.
You never know if Mr. Stevie Wonder's listening to you. I'm just saying.
That's true. Well, he probably is. I just assumed that he is listening. So,
Well,
thank
after
you
what
for
we
listening,
heard,
Stevie.
yeah.
Yes, after what we heard, you never know. I mean, Mr. Wonder, you might be listening to us, so shout out to you. Come on by next week after.
Well, when he heard, I'm sure the word got out that Terry was going to be on the show. Of course, he's listening.
Yeah.
You never know
Yeah.
because he was following me. When I first met him and I started playing one of my songs, he started humming it, and then I remember when I did The Black President, he says, "Man, I really like that song." I had no idea that he was listening to my material. So yeah, it's possible.
Well, and
It's
he's
possible.
a human. He goes out and I'm sure he wants to hear new stuff. And of course, now and since he's already familiar with you, then I'm sure he would. He sees that name pop up somewhere and he says, "Ooh, I think I'll give that guy a listen, see what he's up to, this month." So.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of cool things coming up. Yeah, The Black President, I did not download for playing this week, but that is a great tune. I like that too.
And again,
Yeah, Stevie
go to
really liked it.
YouTube and all other places. Look for Terry Willard, correct?
Terry Willard, yes, Woord. Yeah.
Now, but before we wrap up, I've got one more tune I would like to talk about.
More
And,
music, please. Yes, please.
yeah, and once again, Mr. Casanova here.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim, that's not fair. Okay, I tell you what. You have a tune, and I have a tune. So if I like my tune better than the one you choose, will you play my tune?
Well, I can only do what I've got here, unfortunately. But this is a great tune, though. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
No, I mean your voice is excellent on all these, but
Yeah, I'm digging the grooves. I mean, your reggae tune was really nice. I'm enjoying myself.
Thank you.
This tune I really like. No One Needs to Know. So.
Oh yeah, but that's a great tune. I was hoping
It
you
is
would
a
get to my
great tune,
son.
right? That's what I'm saying, and
Yep.
people should need to hear this tune, but it just does. It shows you off as a romantic and a great songwriter, I think. So.
Well, I just
is there
last
any
week
background
got through-
information on this that you want to share, or should I just go right into the tune?
Well, I'll just tell you that's off the album Enough Is Enough, and I just recently remixed that whole album last week, so it should be coming out probably in another couple weeks, and I'm gonna take down the version that's already out there. So I remixed it because I thought it had a lot of great tunes on it.
Well, then this is a way for the public to get to hear the old school version before the new and compare.
I'll
But
go check it out next time. Yeah.
sometimes it's good to have both. So
Go ahead, Terry.
Well, that song is written for the same young lady I wrote the reggae one for. So get the message.
There you go.
It almost comes down to begging.
Very nice. And at some point we'd love to talk to your better half, engineer and
I'm
musician
totally
as
intrigued.
well.
Absolutely.
I
can-
wish I could. I wish I can get her. So shy though.
Well, even if we can get you on again, and perhaps we can get her to say just a couple words while you're guesting, she might maybe comment. Maybe she can jump in there and say, "No, he's got it all wrong. It's like this." You know, we know how that could go. So, all right, let's break into
Let's
nobody needs to know.
Nobody
right?
needs to know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Do I have this right?
That's it.
Yeah.
oh so lovely. You are lucky little charm. You're beautiful. I wanna make you mine. Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, you're lovely. With such a pretty smile and oh so charming. I've been trying to be their thing, cause I wanna get with you. If I don't have you, gonna love you anyway. Do you remember the many times how we talked about it? It would be nice. There are some things in life we'll never understand. Don't worry about it, we'll work around it. Let's make the best of what we got. So tell me, baby, what you wanna do? Are you being real with me? Are you being true to you? It is what it is. No one needs to know. We can keep it at a hush. We can keep it on the low. I like your cool, babe. I like your panache. You got it going on. That's what got me hot. Keep on playing games, playing hard to get. But I got your number. I know just what it is. Who you think you fooling? You ain't fooling me. Cause I know what you want, and you want it from me. Keep on talking fast, keep shaking your tush. Cause you're that bird, better than two in a bush. There are some things in life we'll never understand. Don't worry about it, we'll work around it. Let's make the best of what we got. So tell me, baby, what you wanna do? Are you being real with me? Are you being true to you? It is what it is. No one needs to know. We can keep it at a hush. We can keep it on the low. So what you wanna do? Do you want to be mine? Get hugs and kisses. Make pretend you're mine. We can share the moment. We can share the thrill. It can be our treasure. It can be surreal. You can hide what's inside, cause your eyes tells me otherwise. You can say this and you can say that, but just face the facts. Just face the facts. There are some things in life we'll never understand. Don't worry about it, we'll work around it. Let's make the best of what we got. So tell me, baby, what you wanna do? Do you want to share the same things that I do? We can make it happen, and no one needs to know. We can keep it at a hush, keep it on the low. Tell me, baby, what you wanna do? Do you want to share the same things that I do? We can make it happen, and no one needs to know. We can keep it at a hush, keep it on the low. Tell me, baby.
Ha ha ha! Terry Willard jamming on that song. No
Yeah,
one needs to know. I love that, man.
Yeah, that is a nice piece. I like that one.
Great tune.
I can only imagine your remix on this. Wow. Thanks a lot.
Bravo. Yeah, I bet you can. Yeah, I'm anxious to hear what twists and turns you do with the next one. But that was an excellent version to me. So, congratulations on that, and of course we wish you much success, and hopefully you'll come back again and share some more songs and some more adventures with us. We'd love that.
Yeah, for sure. Certainly. I'd love to come back. And once I get all my new material wrapped up and mixed and mastered, I'll give you a call and let you know. Have you go online and take a listen to some of the new inspirations that I'm putting out there.
That would be awesome.
I'm sure you will really enjoy it. And then next time I come, I like to share the song that my son written and arranged, and then and hear him. Now he can sing; he's a real singer. So he actually did a song. What I actually did, I arranged it for him. So he wrote the music and he wrote the lyrics, and he recorded it himself. And then there was some changes I made to it, and came out to be a really nice piece as well. So
nice. Well, I hope
Mr. Willard,
you'll be back to share that with us for sure, and maybe your son might even want to come on board too. Who knows?
And as you stated in the beginning, it's all about storytelling.
Yeah, we love the stories.
It's all about story.
Right. So
you're
composing the story, and I mean, even if it's your son singing the story for us, but I'm just saying that to kind of layer the function of music and family and how it all connects us all together.
Yeah, it just makes it all that much more interesting. So we appreciate that. So.
Well, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Julie, my wife, she has her own album out there too. So it's under Julita, Julita, and it's entitled "My Gift to You." And what happened is that, I just ran out of birthday gifts and Valentine's Day gifts, and I said, well, you know what? When she first came here to the United States, we recorded quite a few songs, and so I picked out maybe about 10 of my favorite, and I went into the studio and had them recorded, and I gave that to her. I can't remember if that was a birthday gift or a Valentine's Day gift, but I know it was a gift. But anyway, her stuff is all covered. So it's like more or less like the Carpenter stuff, the Beatles stuff, maybe a few other artists that I don't know. But yeah, she covered about 10 songs.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's really nice.
Love to hear more about those, and congratulations to Julita, Miss Julie, and of course, behind any successful guy is going to be a wonderful woman. Certainly most of the time.
Woman.
So you're lucky to have one, and we appreciate you sharing all that good info, and such a blast having you on the show, and I can't wait to have you on again. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you for having me.
Not at all. We'll be talking soon. Be
Take
well,
care.
and stay safe, my friend.
All right, I will. You too as well, Hersh. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Righto. We will catch you soon.
All right, Dave.
That was Terry Willard.
Yes, it was.
Don't forget to
Wonderful
catch
music.
him, Spotify and YouTube and all those.
We're just rewind the track here, man. You got to rewind the track, you know. Just stay here and just rewind the track.
There you go. We could do that.
Yeah, just stay here. You don't want to go nowhere. Why are you sending them off, Dave? I'm kidding, Dave. This has been really fun, and thank you for sharing the musical talents of Terry Willard. And soon we will have our good friend. Well, he's a friend of many facets. You'll get to know him in a minute. But before that, Dave, do we have to say hi, hello to anybody?
Do we have anyone else to say hi, hello to? I don't think so, aside from our loyal listeners there. But Brenda will tap me and let me know when we got. It takes a little bravery to stepping out of that comfort zone, you know. So we understand, but we appreciate everybody being there.
Right. And if y'all wondering, like, hey, wait, we didn't see like a bunch of people on the screens and for my sighted friends. We were actually only 2 people on the screen, and Terry was coming in via a phone call, and our next guest also will be coming in just from his voice. He has a beautiful voice, by the way. You'll get to hear it pretty soon. But the fact of the matter is some of us may have sight, as we shared, and some of us don't. And maybe that picture isn't as important. Or maybe it is. I don't know. We try to keep it copacetic for all, so without further ado, let me introduce you to Pete Lane, all the way from Florida. Pete, welcome to the show.
Well, hello, Hershi. Dave,
Hey, welcome.
Great to be here. Thanks.
Hey, Pete, good to have you, man.
Great to be here.
Well, we said Florida, but Pete, before we get started, are you from Florida? Do you come from Florida?
Originally not. I'm from up north, the great Northeast. I was born and raised in New Jersey.
Jersey,
And
eh?
they say
What
New
part of
Jersey's
Jersey?
a great place to be from.
Yeah.
And went to high school and in Westchester County, New York, outside of New York City, and came to Florida when I went to college.
I did notice you saying
right outside
that,
Orlando. Yeah.
I didn't notice you saying it's a good place to be from. So yeah, that didn't get past me there.
That's right. That's what people who don't know New Jersey say. Jersey's actually a beautiful state. Many parts of it are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the Garden
Woodlands,
State,
green
isn't it?
areas. Yeah, lots of really pleasant green areas, but lots of turnpikes and commercial areas as well.
Yes, indeed. Well, one thing, just a little, we don't know each other personally either, but first place that I was first when I moved from Africa, from Zambia, was New Jersey. So kind of funny when you say that, used to be. And so you came to Florida, I'm presuming afterwards, or what's that?
Yeah,
journey look
I went to college, came to college back a long, long time ago. I'm older than even Dave, believe it or not, Hershey.
Are we
Is it
competing
possible?
here now?
I know. Tipping the scales. No, I'm in my 70s. So I went to college back in the early 1970s and went to a small school right outside of Orlando, which is in Dave's neck of the woods in Central
You mean
Florida.
back in the days of dial phones, you're saying?
Well
Where you
before
put your
the,
finger in the hole and you turn, right?
exactly, rotary dials,
Yeah,
even before
man.
the push button phone.
I had
Weird.
64 of those. Sorry, I lived in a hotel, so we had 64 units, and all rooms had the rotary phone.
My hero.
Yeah.
I love those phones.
Absolutely.
I had to pick on you a little bit with that.
That's
I figured
fine.
you would appreciate
could we
it
mention
anyway.
this college, because now I'm stuck on what college could this be?
It's a
So
small
small.
school called Rollins. It's
So
in Winter
small,
Park, Florida,
so
right
tiny,
outside
so
Orlando.
tiny,
Little
but
tiny
so-
school, yeah.
but so wow. Business school, everything else. So
Yeah.
do tell. What was your degree, sir?
Liberal arts. I didn't
Liberal arts,
specialize in anything, but just a little bit of everything.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. I
And,
ended up
a lot of
working
folks
in-
from there do that, and of course are down from the Northeast. I'd have to say a huge majority are down from the Northeast somewhere.
I came for the climate. I'm not going to mislead you. I applied to several schools, one of which was Rollins in Florida. I had a cousin who went there, and that's the only reason I applied. I knew nothing about the school. But I was accepted at a few schools, and Florida had the weather, the climate, the pretty girls, so I came south for sure. Been here ever since the early 70s.
Yeah.
And I'm now in Jacksonville, which is just up the road a piece.
Yeah.
I left, I got out of school, and I went to work for the federal government a long time ago, had a 40-year career with the federal government, worked for the Internal Revenue Service. I don't want to scare any of your listeners away, but
the funny part is you're number 2.
really,
Yeah, I know, right? Like, huh? And you're number 2 from Jacksonville.
yeah,
I was doing my math earlier. I'm not trying to say first, second. You're a great guy, Pete, but if you've known of him, Russell Davis.
I know Russ very well.
So Russ Davis, Jacksonville, and then same story, IRS.
Yeah.
Right. And so, what was your journey like with this IRS? You were in Jacksonville at this point?
Yeah, I actually got a job with the Florida State through the State Division of Blind Services. A buddy of mine worked for the division, Florida Division of, I think it's Division of Blind Services, DOB.
Yeah, we didn't even mention that
DBS.
You might have a vision problem of some kind.
I do have a
does he?
vision problem. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
I'm totally
realize.
blind. Exactly.
And it's not a problem, right?
No, it's an inconvenience.
Yeah, exactly.
But so far, so good on that. I was legally blind for the good majority of my life and lost my vision totally back around 2003, 2004. Right about the same time Terry did, your previous guest.
Interesting. Was it RP as well, or?
No, it's actually a similar form of retinal disease. It's a macular degeneration.
That's
it's a variation on that. I think it's called Stargardt's.
I might have that too.
Do you really?
I mean, seriously, because I haven't gotten to get tested. I know that some of our our advertisers, they do have the free testing from Foundation Fighting Blindness and such.
Right, sure.
So I know some people figured that, hey, I got RP, and then they go find out, oh, I got Stargard's.
Yeah,
and
very similar.
My doctor has always told me I have macular degeneration, but I had it at a really younger age. I was probably in 7th grade.
Stargard's tends to be the more of a kid's disease, eye disease, and then a lot of times the macular degeneration is very similar, but it may have other causes, but they're much the same kind of eye disease anyway. So in fact, I'm going to try to get somebody on that can talk about macular degeneration. Oh, I got to give a quick shout out to Melanie Adamski, who is friends of ours, and
how's it going?
A great help to my dear wife, and her husband has issues with macular degeneration. So we want to get somebody on to give them some more cool info and where to check out. So.
Unfortunately, it's a very prevalent disease, particularly among seniors, but not exclusively. You're right.
No.
A lot of kids. I was first diagnosed when I was 8 years old in 3rd grade. And
they say your greatest risk is getting older. Of course, you want to get older though. So
what's the alternative? Right?
You've got a better chance of getting it the older you get. It's like, well, I think I'd rather keep on getting older anyway. But
exactly.
It
could be worse. Exactly.
And let's just sweep it backwards. Dave, my co-host, is blind from birth. So let's just leave a little thumbtack there. I have similar vision to you there, with the fact that I lost at 3rd grade. I was losing my vision, as you just stated. And reverse going from that is, I want to kind of point out to people how I was a Zoom text user. Were you ever a Zoom text user?
Zoom text, absolutely, I was.
Yeah.
In fact, I got into that. My first computers, when I worked for the federal government, were first Zoom text and then Zoom text extra with the speech as my vision declined. And I laid on Zoom text extra with speech for probably 6 or 7 years, which in retrospect I think was probably 3 years too long. I should have migrated to JAWS a year or two before I did. But Zoom text was fantastic, and Zoom text extra was exactly what I needed at the time. The speech supplemented the Zoom text in large screen really nicely.
And plus, we always try to use whatever we've got, and
pretty much
you want to try to use that as long as physically possible.
Was that pretty easy to ask for accommodation for that specific Zoom text accommodation?
Yes, it was. I've got to give it to the feds, the federal government, particularly the Internal Revenue Service. They were very strong in the accommodation area. I got into management, and I like to say I kind of helped facilitate that. I kind of brought along their accessibility accommodations, particularly with blind and visually impaired employees. I worked with a school in Little Rock, Arkansas. Used to be called Lions World. Now, most recently, it's called World Services for the Blind.
Really?
Yes.
That one.
And the IRS had a partnership arrangement with that school for a number of years, and we would recruit visually impaired and blind graduates from Lions World to come work at various offices throughout the country, and in their customer service call centers for the IRS and their collection call center. Usually call center positions were available, and I would routinely go out there every year and recruit, interview, and hire a couple, maybe 3 or 4 blind employees to come work in Jacksonville. And sooner or later, I had a large group in my employ when I got into management. And I have to give it to the national IRS accommodations, reasonable accommodations folks. They were really forthcoming.
I mean, you
with
kind
things, all
of paved
kinds
the
of
way,
things.
though, too. The
Yeah.
fact that you did so well I'm sure is a good reason why they were so open to doing that.
Yeah, a good story to convince them to go with it further. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I had a good relationship, and I mean, if you had been a troublemaker and whatever, it's hard to say. So the fact of
Well, I won't
having
say I wasn't a troublemaker, Dave, but
having just the right personality, anyway.
exactly.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked for the
There is
IRS
good
for
trouble
40
sometimes.
years. Yeah, they got
Congratulations and
their
thank
money's worth out of me.
Well, I mean, to hold any job, much less a federal job, for that long is incredible. So
Yes. Yeah.
But as some of our friends and guests, it's doable. I mean, you've done it.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not just that it's amazing that they hung on to you for 40 years, but it's a two-way street, and obviously you like them well enough to stick around for 40 years.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Yeah. They treated me well. Now, I don't know what the current environment is with the IRS as far as what the population of disabled and particularly visually impaired and blind employees is. But I know the overall hiring outlook for the IRS has been pretty dismal in recent years with budget cuts and, a general awareness of expenses. And
Yeah, I think we can safely say most of the federal departments right now are not doing well when
No.
it comes to hiring. So
Exactly.
and I'm afraid it's sad to say that I'm not sure that they would be considering a blind person as first on the list, or being anxious to try to to first fill that with someone that who's very capable, but may have a disability. So
Exactly.
let's hope that will change at some point. But
Keep your fingers crossed. Exactly.
yeah.
So, Pete, with this, I went along with Zoom Text first, as you kind of did too, and I dibble-dabbled a little with NVDA, and then at this point I'm using Fusion that has JAWS. What was your kind of walk or passageway? Because again, it's always different for many people with having some vision than to have no vision.
Right.
And so trying to understand that journey, because we'll talk about a few screen readers that you know already, but what was this kind of next progression from, okay, you're using Zoom Text one day, did you walk the NVDA route and then, or
No,
JAWS route?
I stayed within the Windows environment, but I moved on to Zoom Text Extra and then on to JAWS.
JAWS. Okay, so you went
Exactly.
straight into JAWS. Okay.
Yeah, and I used JAWS for the last probably 15 years of my career. But when I retired, Hershi, I went to the other side and started with the Mac. I was never really...
There's no such thing as
Yeah, I
another
went to the dark side.
Is there? I mean, we saw the
My
moon is really
hero.
bright, right? The moon, I heard, rumors say that the moon's really bright on the other side.
I heard
But
that
just-
with Artemis last week, right?
Right. So let's just keep hope, guys. Why do we always think negative? God, come on.
Well, that was a personal choice. When I retired, I just never really considered JAWS and Windows to be all that intuitive. I mean, I did pretty well. I was limited on the programs that I would use, limited to Microsoft products, Outlook predominantly, Microsoft Word, a little bit of Excel, and a touch of Access. I was in a upper level management position, so I had to review reports and statistical data and things like that. So I had my exposure to all of those programs, but it was always like, I don't know, treading water. It was difficult for me to embrace Windows. And so as soon as I got out of the organization where all they had to offer was Windows and PCs and things like that, I figured I'd give the Mac a try. And I started working with audio production, audio editing. Was with a podcast with, you may have heard of it, Blind Abilities. I think you mentioned it earlier, Hershi.
Yes.
And I had an opportunity to edit podcast audio and got really good at the use of Amadeus Pro, which is a Mac audio editor, and just fell in love with the Mac from then on. And
so are you using
never looked
Mac
back.
full-time now?
Taking
Yes,
the
I am.
thumbtack out, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I wanted them to meet each other. Sorry. Continue. Yes.
That's right. Yeah, I'm a Mac user all the way around. Mac and iPhone.
But
Apple all the way.
Dave, with Amadeus, as we were saying, right? I've known Pete and others. That's their kind of go-to. But you had a question for him?
Well, I was just wondering as far as, I mean, I have heard of Amadeus, and I was more just interested, especially if you're using it full-time, because I've talked to several people who use it for certain tasks, and sometimes they may go back to Windows for other stuff. So, getting the best of both worlds, so to speak. But I'm yet to. I've got a Mac, but I have not gotten into it very far. I've taken or listened to 3 or 4 classes through iBUG, so I'm
Right.
trying, and I've got my Mac set up. I'm able to do some minor things, but being a musician, I'd love to be able to do some audio editing. And I'm using Reaper right now on
Good.
on Windows, but
On
I
Windows,
understand you can use it on the Mac too.
On
Is
the
that
Mac
right?
as well, yes. I have not tried it. I was tempted a few years ago, but to be honest with you, Dave, I'm too old to learn new tricks.
Well, I
To be
mean,
honest
you
with
may
you.
not need them either if you're if Amadeus is doing everything you need.
It's doing everything I need. I've started producing a little bit of music with iBUG. Nothing fancy, and Amadeus Pro is not a music editor. It's predominantly suited for voice audio, podcasting, and things like that. But it does have some effects, some pretty good reverb units and other audio units. So I can work within Amadeus Pro and do some basic music production too.
You can also take a file and put in fade outs and things like that.
Yes, I can. Yep.
So that's one thing. Reaper can do that, but I find myself using Gold Wave and other things to do it. It just seems like a whole lot easier to me to.
Simplicity is a big goes a long way. It sure does. Yeah.
Especially when you're workflow trying to put something together quickly, it's a nice fast way to be able to.
Yes, it
pop
is.
something
And
together,
we
so.
always revert. I think not always, but we often revert to things that we know and that are simpler than trying to learn.
As long as
something
it's
new.
working anyway,
Exactly.
it's,
Yeah, I get everything I need out of Amadeus Pro. I've produced a couple of songs that I've written and performed, and they're pretty simplistic, but it's what I need. So I'm having a great
it's exciting.
time.
That's good to know. And you're a musician. What instruments do you play?
Well, to give you a little history, I was here when the Beatles came to Ed Sullivan in February of '64. I picked up a set of drums and played the drums through high school, which was through the late 60s, early 70s. I'm predominantly a drummer, but in the 70s picked up an acoustic guitar, started playing some soft rock predominantly, never did get to picking a lead or shredding or anything like that, but mainly chords and acoustic guitar, and played a lot of Eagles and some of the lighter, softer rock.
Cool.
And
I like that.
got me a Yamaha keyboard and Tascam 4-track cassette recorder in the 80s and 90s, and started writing some of my own stuff and recording pretty rudimentary stuff on the 4-track Tascam recorder.
Oh yeah, I even had a Tascam reel-to-reel at one time.
Yeah, that's a good product.
Old 4-track. Big tape there. So.
Yeah, I brought along. I don't want to jump in here with music, but I did bring
Please.
along a tune of mine. If you've got a minute, I'd be happy to play a little bit for you. It's nothing like like Terry was. I'm not in his league, but might give you a feel for what I was able to produce. With,
nice, yeah.
Amadeus.
You got the
if you got
original
it
sound
handy,
stuff
that'd be
and all of
awesome.
those things going. So
Yeah, I think it'll work. Let me see. I've got a Mac
make sure
app
original
called
sound is on.
Loopback here. See if it plays.
oh yeah,
through
just
Zoom.
loop it back right there.
All right, here we go. All right, let me get to. Can you hear that?
Thank you.
That's the Yamaha keyboard effects.
Sunny days and moonlit nights. All the love we had. All the love we had. Did you ever dream about all the love we had? Lazy days and sleepless nights. All the love we shared. All the love we shared. You know your dreams are made of this. Dreams are made. Dreams are made of this. And did you ever think about all the love we had? All our dreams and promises and secrets that we shared. Oh, those secrets that we shared. Whoa. You know your dreams are made of this. Dreams are made. Dreams are made of this. Whoa. Dreams are made. Dreams are made of this. Whoa. Dreams are made. Dreams are made of this. Did you ever think about all the love that we shared? Oh, those secrets that we shared. Whoa. You know your dreams are made of this. Dreams are made. Dreams are
There we
Fantastic.
go.
All right. Good
Well, thank you.
job.
Hey,
Very
thanks,
nice.
Dave. Appreciate that.
Very cool.
I heard
So
your
you did
stuff.
keyboards?
I guess you did that bumper stuff coming in and out, right? That's very
But
nice.
Some of it I'm playing on live even just for
Excellent.
just for fun. So
Good for you. Sounds great.
You know how YouTube can be when it comes to
Yeah, let's not play the
covered,
Eagles because they'll get on you real quick.
Yeah, they're one of the worst.
copy material, so we don't want to have them come down on us. So
Yeah.
So to all the music that we played tonight, I'll give common attribute to all of y'all. Thank you for allowing us to share your music with our audience.
Thank you. Glad
but-
I could share it.
Okay, so we got into Jaws. I got all kind of turned around in this conversation.
Yeah,
but,
sorry about that. I did that to you, Hershey. I'm
It's all
guilty
fine.
as charged.
No,
Actually,
I love it. Go ahead.
something to think about because
Yeah. let's
now
unwind myself real quick. BRB, guys. I'm gonna go unwind myself.
now it's time for a word from our sponsor. How about that?
perfect timing.
For the Blind believes everyone deserves to live the life they want to live and to move through the world safely and confidently. That's why we offer a variety of programs at no cost to our clients. We match people who are blind or visually impaired in the U.S. and Canada with exceptional guide dogs. Guide Dogs for the Blind also provides a free orientation and mobility immersion program for people interested in learning the skills relevant to guide dog mobility. And our K9 Buddy program matches select dogs who are not suited to be guide dogs to be pets for people who are blind or visually impaired, including children and their families and adults of all ages. All of this is made possible by our generous donors and the help of thousands of incredible volunteers. To learn more about our life-changing mission, please visit guidedogs.com or call 800-295-4050.
There's so many days where I just want to pretend I'm not going blind, and I can't. With retinitis pigmentosa, the unknown is everlasting. What I want most is to stop this in its tracks. It all really boils down to my family, seeing my beautiful wife, seeing my kids. If only I could have more time. My hope here with the Foundation Fighting Blindness is to drive towards a cure. Donate now or get involved at fightingblindness.org.
Figuring out what comes next can feel uncertain, especially for teens and young adults who are blind or have low vision. At New View, Oklahoma, our Navigate Transition program helps young people move confidently into the next chapter after high school, whether college, career, or both. Navigate builds independence, skills, and self-confidence for what comes next. Through this immersive 2-week experience, young adults learn alongside peers while practicing real-world skills like financial management, meal preparation, assistive technology, orientation and mobility, and navigating the community. Participants also explore careers, build resumes, practice interviews, connect with professionals, and experience job shadows. Spots are limited and the program is offered at no cost. Learn more at newviewoklahoma.org. That's newviewoklahoma.org.
We are back here on YouTube, The Blind and Beyond Show, with Hershi and Trivedi and Dave Hillerbrand.
Yes, y'all. We don't stop, y'all. Sorry, I'm jamming out here. Well, let's introduce you back to Mr. Lane, Mr. Pete Lane. Welcome back, sir. And one thing I wanted to dive into here is we talked about technology and work. So you pretty much stayed put in Jacksonville.
Yes.
But what kind of led you? What happened right after work, or when did the work part of life begin and the other part end?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you can finally start cutting loose and having fun.
Yeah, that thing.
That happened in 2015 after 39 and a half years of hard work, or hardly working, I'm not quite sure. But 2015 was, I retired in January of 2015 and immediately started playing with audio. That's when I hooked up with this guy named Jeff Thompson, who is the founder and CEO of the Blind Abilities Podcast Network, and he and I got the podcast off the ground. He built the website. I was doing podcast interviews and tech demos and things like that for probably 6 or 8 months until he got the website created and up off the ground. And then we went on, I worked with him pretty much. We did anywhere from 10 to 14 podcasts every month. We built up a listenership of, we'd have downloads every month. We'd have about 20,000 to 25,000 downloads. So it got to be a pretty popular podcast in the blindness community. I was married at the time. My wife was ill, became terminally ill, and I pulled out of the podcasting business to spend my time with her. And so took a sabbatical until probably 2020, early 2021. And then got back into it, hooked up with this organization that you guys have mentioned, iBlind Users Group. I'm sorry, iBUG.
Yeah, say it right, Pete. Come on.
I got to get it right. They're listening.
But
the iBlind Users Group, iBUG today. Great.
One thing I need to interject too is that groups like you mentioned, Blind Abilities and the iBUG Users Group. We are not competitive with these guys. We love these guys. They bring excellent content and do a fabulous job. The Double Tap guys, they are super good, very entertaining, and they bring
Sean Priest and
really important information. I really enjoy. I get so much out of listening to them all the time. Even some of the the older Blind Abilities podcasts are still out there, and I'm always picking up something from them. So we are definitely not
Serena
competing.
And Brian and others and different host changes over the years.
Brian Fischler, Serena,
right. Just over the years, somebody from California, I'm trying to remember her name, San Francisco.
Super important resources, though. So San Francisco reminds me. I've got to ask you. Do you, Pete, if you know our friend from Arkansas, Sharon
Giovanazza?
Giovanazza. That was she was the CEO for the World Center there for
World Services.
A number of years.
I did not know her.
Okay.
She may have come in a bit after you were involved with that. I think.
Yeah. But Dave, that's a good point. The podcasting community particularly in the blindness community, has always been very supportive of each other. Not a lot of competition, and everybody was very supportive of every other podcast out there. I know I've been on a bunch of different podcasts, and we've had other podcasters, Jonathan Mosen, Joe, and the folks from the barbecue. What was the name of that podcast? It's been so long. I
can't keep them all straight, but Mosen is excellent, and I've heard him on a couple different shows. So,
but a very good community atmosphere amongst all of us. Not a lot of competition,
and none of us know everything, and so there's just some great information that all of us can pick up from each other, and so we're constantly
along those ways.
learning.
Okay, I'm back to technical way. Hershi goes. Any favorite equipment that you've picked up along the way that you've enjoyed with the production work or, interface? I mean, I'm talking to you with RE20, which has become a little joy to me. I haven't tried my SM7B, or I don't have one.
Electro Voice RE20, yeah.
Yes, I think we had talked before pre-show. You were on a SM7B?
Sure, SM7B.
Sure.
Yeah, this is my final microphone. I started with the ATR 2100, the Audio Technica, the starter mic of many. And then I moved on, as I mentioned to Dave, to a condenser mic. I forget that Maxell, I think, was the brand. It was a really
yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
Beautiful sound. But again, it picked up every sound, every hum, every motor in the neighborhood. So
I'm a little bit of a microphone junkie as it is. Stellar X2. Check it out. It's a $200 little, but it's a condenser comparatively to a dynamic. but it acts like a dynamic almost. So
Okay.
for a couple $100, if you're into just different sounds for different things,
Yeah.
Trade notes while we were at it.
I suggest the Telefunken U47.
Well, I want that
myself,
too, but you guys, come on, let's not
Just
get
in
into
case.
the mics.
Exactly.
The lockers.
We need one of each, just in case.
Exactly. Grab us a handful, Hershi. will you?
Even the cheap microphones have got their place. Some of
for sure.
some of those ones that make you sound like a drive-through at a Burger King. You know
what I could imagine Mr. Pete doing is being Mr. Sample audio guy, getting a pencil, getting a sample mic, getting weird sounds, and just making weird, like, groovy tunes, I think.
Oh, that would be my
I think you
dream
see a
job.
feature for you there, Mr. Pete.
That would be fun, wouldn't it, Dave? That sounds great.
It would. Have you
Give me an
messed with
assignment
any?
and
use Reaper
I'll do that
or-
and bring something back for you in a few
There we
months.
go. What is a Reaper? Is that your poison right now, or what do you use again? You use
I'm using Amadeus Pro.
everything. So
Everything.
everything's okay.
Yep.
Interesting. No Logic.
Yep.
Huh? I'm surprised.
I
You're not
started actually with GarageBand on the Mac.
Okay.
Very unintuitive, very difficult, pretty tedious.
Yeah, I was going to start with that myself, and since it was just not coming right away, I was like, I think I'm going to try to find a way of putting Reaper on there, and I haven't done it yet, but that's one of the first things I want to try, to be honest with you.
So
Yeah,
as we
you
say,
can
we're
try
not.
GarageBand. There's some tutorials out there. I've seen a couple on YouTube, as a matter of fact. But I think it was an older version, and I don't know if it's changed quite a bit since 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when those videos were done.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to do what I want to do anyway, so.
Yeah.
I'm always
just
trying to push the
cumbersome.
envelope, you know that.
There you go.
Well, I always push you on
again, it's not
Android.
it's not a music editor, Dave, but Amadeus is very intuitive, very simple, and I've recorded a couple of multi-episode tutorial series out there free of charge.
Ah, beautiful. That might
if
be
you
the
wanna
place
learn
to
how
start
do
for
that.
me. Yes,
Sure.
sir.
I'd be
That would
happy to
awesome.
send you a link. There's the first episode is learning the Amadeus Pro audio editor. It's a tutorial series, and then I did another one called Creating a Podcast with Amadeus Pro, and they're both
Oh, man.
pretty good.
All
I
right.
think. Gotten a lot of interest, but I can send them to you if you're interested.
Oh, yeah, I'm very interested. I'd love that.
All right.
I mean,
I'll be
you
happy
can never
to.
know too much, and especially since I'm just starting off
I mean,
on
are they
the
public
Mac.
facing or are they?
Yes, they are.
They
Yep.
are. Okay. Because for
Yeah.
the links, and so down there, ladies and gentlemen, wherever that box is, there's going to be links. I'll
Yep.
try to add links. As Pete
can
says
do
them, I'll add there.
I'll
Hey,
get
Pete,
them to you in a few days.
I enjoyed
problem,
your original song. Is there a place where people can actually
Hear your
listen to
songs?
other tunes of yours?
Unfortunately, no.
We just
There's
have to come
not
over
that
to your.
many of them. I
We
don't
just have to go to
8 albums.
Jacksonville, right? if we go to your driveway,
Call
there
me
in
and talk nice, and I'll play one over the phone.
There you go. That's
There's a story behind that tune.
Please, if you don't
It
mind.
was I've been in Jacksonville since the mid '70s, and one of my employees, when I was first became a manager with the IRS, was also a music producer. He had his own studio over in Orange Park, Florida, which is right on the outskirts of Jacksonville, and he had a professional studio. And he got together with a bunch of music personalities in town, radio, disc jockeys, musicians, club producers, things like that. And they started a kind of a fundraiser, a charity, and they held an open invitation to any musicians in town to submit original songs to them. And they would convene a panel of judges, which they did, and they selected their top 12 finalists of over 35, I think, songs submitted for judging. And this one was the one that you just heard was one of those entries. And so I got the opportunity to go into his professional studio and record that. And they produced an album, and the proceeds of that album's sales went to feed the homeless in Jacksonville, Florida. So it was a pretty good effort,
awesome.
and I got a pretty good recording out of the deal. So, yeah.
Yeah, darn good.
That's all the good stuff
cause
to do.
for
Yeah,
sure.
good cause.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I had a great time doing all that. I initially produced it on the Tascam 4-track, but he added some of those. I don't know if you remember, there were horns in there, and
I did notice
the
that.
crowd noise.
Yeah, I was wondering if
just
you did the
grooving.
horns on your keyboard or how you got those.
I did some of those things on the keyboard. Yeah, the Yamaha. Yeah.
Yeah, Yamaha is always one of my favorites for.
Oh, it's
for sounds.
self-voicing. They've got all kinds of orchestrations on there. I really am not a keyboard piano player, but when all you have to do is push one button and you get a full orchestration behind you, it's pretty easy.
I'm slowly learning.
Yeah.
So, Pete,
Yeah.
whenever you're not working and doing all the great volunteer work as we're doing with iBUG and other groups, what do you do?
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? Well, I've got 2 sons. My wife passed actually 5-6 years, going on 6 years ago.
Condolences.
I used to spend a lot of time with her, and we would do all kinds of things together. But I've got 2 grown sons, both of whom are living with me, and I spend a lot of time with them. And that's about it. But iBUG really, believe it or not a lot of fun involved, Dave. Sorry about that. Or a lot of excitement. But I find it very
I do believe
fulfilling.
it could take a lot of time for sure, because there's a lot of stuff that I had no. Well, I just signed up a couple days ago on the mailing list, so that shows you I'm getting serious.
Yeah.
And I've already started receiving notes from, I think, Chanel telling me what's going on what day,
right,
and whatnot. So
yeah. You can sign up for their Mac class. They've got a 12-week Mac class.
Well, that's the next thing I'm going to do.
We gotta go tag Herbie and Chanel to maybe bring them up next, because Shree's been here, Pete, and
sure.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And
my pleasure, having a blast.
And I have been listening to their classes that they've left them up on YouTube.
Left them on YouTube.
So
well, you see, I'm the co-host of. I hate saying this
Android
right now.
Insight.
Android Insight, right? So I am the Android Insight guy, and Pete. Usually, you'll find him on the Buzz call. What led you to the whole iPhone ecosystem, or when did it lead you to the iPhone ecosystem?
Yeah, he doesn't understand that the Android is the dark
What's
side.
your story?
Yeah,
so.
What's your origin story for iPhone, sir?
My origin was an iPad 2. I think it was the 2nd gen back in 2010. I think I got it, and learned self-taught voiceover on the iPad, and thought I'd died and gone to heaven. Literally, it was so opened up a whole new world. Then I realized that the iPad had far too much real estate. The screen was too big. Mm-hmm. Not having any usable vision left, I went to the iPhone and never looked back.
And I'm guessing 17 Pro?
16 Pro.
16 Pro.
Not going to go with the 17, but probably the 18.
That's what I've got is a 16 Pro right now, my friend.
Good for you, Dave. Yeah, high
so
five,
both
buddy.
of y'all stick to the Pro, I'm guessing? That's the cut the line off, you don't need the Max?
No, I'm not I don't go for the form factor. That's too big to me. It's more like an iPad. I moved away from the iPad because it was too big.
I wouldn't even mind if the 16 Pro was smaller. That would be fine with me.
I'm with you. Yeah.
But,
you don't need a lot of real estate when you're a voiceover or a screen reader user.
And
Hershi,
I got to tell you,
a TalkBack user?
I'm a TalkBack user, but it's funny enough. I want to bring this story into the limelight. Is I learned off of a 5C. When Mr. Pete was retiring in 2015, I was sitting there playing with an iPhone.
Yeah, I've still got an iPhone 5 here.
But we had like the 5 and the 5C, because right now the 5Cs for the Gen Zs, I guess that the new generation, they're going back to buying that as a retro phone because they like the image quality better on the camera.
It's a good size too. I love that size.
Which is just kind of even for blind people. I mean, if we have the screen reader, we won half the battle there.
Yeah.
And like commands are same as customized gesture. Two different words, but they're the same exact. You change your commands. Okay, that's changing any gesture to do what it wants on VoiceOver. Mm-hmm. So, sometimes when it gets to that level, it's understanding, but was it something for you that intrigued you to come to iBUG, to other places? I mean, you had plenty of choices to go wherever you wanted, but what kind of led you to iBUG after
Well, I remember I told you when my wife got sick, I stepped away from blind abilities. So I was essentially away from blind abilities and podcasting for about almost 2 years. I started to try to get back in with Jeff Thompson, who was still holding down the fort. That's when he had picked up Serena.
How do we bring him in?
Brian.
Say his name 3 times? What do we do?
Ring a bell, right?
Okay, well, I just did that, but we'll see. We'll see if we can bring him on, but carry on, sir.
Yeah, he's a fantastic guy and just a wealth of knowledge. And he's been doing this all by himself since he edits everything.
Right.
We never were successful beyond him and I doing our own editing of podcasting. He was never able to bring on anybody else who had an editing talent. So when I left, he was all alone, and he still did as many shows and programs as we had done before I left. And he brought in Serena and he brought in Brian, and he would edit those every week, 3, 4, 5 1 hour, 2 hour podcasts every week.
They were phenomenal. And I remember hearing Michael McCulloch and Sandhya Rao, the iBUG president and vice president.
Exactly. We brought them on and interviewed them both. And then we interviewed Sandhya and Sri separately. Sri Roy, who was on your show.
Yep.
And when I couldn't really find a way back into podcasting, so I had remembered our interview with Michael and Sandhya with iBUG, and I saw, and I'd listened to a couple of their events, their Monday night iOS show and their Mac show, and I figured I'd just go ahead and be a regular viewer, participant, listener type of a fly on the wall, and then I started becoming actively involved with facilitating their shows. I became one of their facilitator team. I now host one of the Monday night weekly shows every 4th Monday of the month.
Week number 4 is Pete.
I also did a show last Saturday night, which is because they also do fun stuff.
Yes,
they do a weekly Friday night audio described movie, which is just fantastic.
Oh, did you do the movie? I listened to that.
Yeah.
That's all Pete. Yep.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was sitting back in the weeds listening.
Oh yeah, I do. I've been producing trivia for that after the movie for the last almost a year now. But I also did a program on Saturday night called Melodies and Memories, which is all about music. And our theme on this last Saturday night was music of the movies. So I covered Oscar-winning songs and Academy Award songs and movie music, and we played trivia games and things like that. And then one thing I do want to plug, Dave, and I want to invite you to come on in, is we have an annual talent show. The iBUG Today organization has had 2 annual talent shows. We've got our 3rd annual show coming up in early August, and we invite anyone in the blindness community to come on in and submit some original talent. If you want to submit a guitar piece, or I don't know if you sing, but whatever talent you can muster, you're welcome to join. And I can send you the invitation when we get that out, probably within the next month or so.
Dave, can you play a guitar with a ham radio at the same time?
I think so.
No,
Strum it along.
Actually, no music over ham radio. They
No,
say
not turn on the ham radio. Just use the ham radio to strum the music.
Oh yeah, well, I could probably figure out some way to do that. But no, that's very, very generous of you, and that sounds like that'd be a lot of fun. I certainly would love to hear it and maybe participate as well. But
yeah, you're welcome. We had 38 participants last year, and
actually the melody, the thing that you were doing there on Monday night sounds like a lot, or on Saturday night rather.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need a secretary, I think, to keep all these things lined
Well, you're
up.
on the mailing list. I think you got it all coming to you automatically.
Gotcha.
And the other thing that we did check out from the Blind Abilities podcast, at least a couple of weeks ago, it was a music-related piece.
Yeah.
And you were in the piece, so to speak. I mean, I know you probably have helped Jeff with a lot of different things, but it was something related with music. So there's a song essentially.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Song about screen readers and stuff.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes, yes.
yeah,
Jeff
that was
invited me
cool.
back, and he's been using the Sunu app with the
I figured
AI
it was
voices.
Sunu, but I just let it be.
Oh, he has created some absolutely phenomenal AI music. He writes the lyrics, their
lyrics.
original lyrics.
Yep.
You know, I got to
He'll,
tell you, when I first heard it, I was thinking, I don't know, this accessibility song. I kind of deep in my mind, I'm thinking I didn't want to like it. I think
I know. Yeah.
But I listened to it, and it's so well done. It was great.
It's phenomenal.
I really give him a lot of credit. It was excellent.
I do too. I've heard other folks try and use that app, and nothing quite as good as what I hear coming from him.
Yeah, I mean, and it still takes work. You still have to feed it information, and you can't just push a button and hope for the best. It takes a lot of creative input on his
And he
part,
writes the
but-
lyrics himself totally from scratch. And yeah, he tells me he spends hours and hours and hours working with the Sunu app on arrangements and genres and
I believe
different
it.
voices. And
Well, and I was wondering if he used AI to help out with some of the lyrics or whatever in that.
not the lyrics, the music and the arrangements a little bit, but not
Well, maybe
the
we can
lyrics.
talk to John about maybe letting us put that song on here or getting him on to talk about it, because I think
Jeff, you want Jeff?
That'd be
Jeff.
Jeff.
I'm sorry.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that just the song itself would be could be a show.
Well, he's
on
done
its own
5
limb.
episodes now and 3 songs in each of those 5. So he's done 15 songs, and they're all
Unreal.
equally as impressive in my opinion. But yeah, I'd be happy to
Pass on
give
the
you his
airplane.
contact information.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really love that one tune, especially that I heard in the last week or so. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Episode
that was
5. Yeah.
beautiful.
And he writes the script. You heard my voice in the background, and
Yep.
Right.
His wife Lori participates in it, and another lady from
And it's
iBUG.
not good just because it's a
Whose
blind
other voice
person
was
doing
that?
something.
Okay, so you
It's,
mentioned
know.
Lori.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed, because she has amazing voice too. I mean, first time I remember
sure
she came
does.
into it, I was like, wait, is that a real person's voice? Like,
Yeah.
it just almost so perfect, the perfection of how she speaks eloquently. And then, so who else was on that track? Is your voice?
A lady named Christina from iBUG. She's
Okay.
a
Chris?
iBUG member, and she's done the last 2 episodes. I've done, I think, all of them, but Jeff, Lori, Christina, and myself, and Sri did a few. Sri Roy did a few early
Okay.
on, and did a great job too. But Jeff writes the scripts for those, and his production before and after the songs. It flows so nicely. I'm really
and
impressed.
it's just, even with the intros, outros, going from the beginning of the basics, but
Yep.
it's bringing in that little bit of glimmer. And here on Blind and Beyond Show again, Dave and I it's the conversations. And Mr. Pete, is there something that I might have forgotten that you may have not gotten to share with the audience that you want
Gosh,
to?
I think you guys have hit on all of it. You let me play my song, so
Oh, no
that helps
problem.
too.
Absolutely, and always, it's just a pleasure to talk to you, sir, and always
Thanks
good
for
to learn
inviting
from
me
you.
on, you guys.
So, thank
Dave,
you.
nice to meet you too.
Great to finally meet you, and I'd be thrilled to get those links, and
Okay.
we'll probably be hooking up on iBUG before long, because I know it's going to take a long time for my old brain to absorb this kind of info. I'm not a techie person, so
Next time,
but I'm
Pete
gonna
Lane
try.
will explain iOS 27. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I hope you're kidding, because I don't know 26 yet. Dave, it's nice to meet you, and you do a great job on this podcast. I appreciate it, both of you.
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
and you definitely help make it successful by joining us. So
Glad I
hopefully
could
we'll
help.
get you on here again and have some more fun.
Love to be here.
It's like our own little personal 4 or 5 person party,
There you go.
So the waitress will be around to take your order shortly.
Excellent.
So, thanks again. Have a good week ahead, and we will catch up soon.
You two guys, and thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you
bet.
again.
Thank you,
That
listeners.
was-
And don't
All right.
forget, like, share, and subscribe, and all those good things. And you can always make comments we'd love to hear those.
And if you put Pete Lane's name in Google, I'm sure you'll find something. I'm just saying, Blind Abilities, he may have not shared all of his links, but as soon as he gets a chance, we'll definitely share everything that we can with you in the description. But this evening has been wonderful to have.
I did find
lot of
something
music.
on Pete Lane in Jacksonville. It said something about home detention. No, I'm kidding. No, that must have been a different.
That's right.
Pete Lane. Easy confusion. No, great to meet you, man, and we will catch up soon.
You too, Dave.
And that does it for Blind and Beyond. Well, not completely. Not completely.
Yeah, we got some recap, right? Recap juice.
Yeah, I've got a little recap from last night. We want to share
Remember,
that.
you always need that recap juice to get the shuttle back home or the ship we're on.
That's right. Hey, and 3 cheers to the guys for getting the big rocket home a couple days ago. That was
Good
pretty
parade to
sweet.
them, everybody. From the ground team, everybody team.
I did want to bring up a very unusual news clip I was reading earlier today. I thought was very important.
Did you push the button?
Yeah, well, I could. Yeah, no, that's not the
No,
button.
that one.
No, in this case, you wouldn't believe. I was reading on Apple News today that Mississippi is running out of wine and liquor. The state of Mississippi.
Should they push the talk button so they could get some more?
Well, it turns out that the state is in charge of their liquor, like many are, but they're in charge of it so much that they're in charge of the warehouses. So they let this one warehouse take care of all of the sending out of liquor and wine to the different stores. Well, something happened in January. They got new computers, and I don't think that they were Apple. Probably Pete. They probably was some Windows thing. So anyway, something went awry, and the liquor and wine did not get sent out to most of the stores and restaurants, and it's been a huge backup. So on Valentine's Day, the big restaurants had no wine, no liquor for celebrating Mardi Gras. Mississippi is in a tough time, so we're having a vigil right now, and hoping the best for our friends in Mississippi. That you can always go over the line, I guess, and go to Louisiana. But
that's right.
I'm hoping things improve for Mississippi, because it's a sad thing, you know.
Yeah. What a terrible situation to be in.
Yeah. I feel bad for them, but so that's the important part of the news. I wanted to share that. And
it's a big piece.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Once a week we try to bring some very important piece of information like that, you know. So don't forget, you heard it first on the Blind and Beyond.
Vital information right here on Blind and Beyond.
Huh. I wonder what this button does here.
Oh, no, not that one.
I'm going to jump off so you guys.
Blind and Beyond.
Blind and Beyond.
It's the Blind and Beyond show.
With Hershi Trivedi.
And Dave Hillerbrand.
You'll be talking to all kinds of interesting people in the blindness community and beyond. I wonder where they could be. Let's check on them now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Hirsch, something weird is happening, man. I think we're landing. Wow.
Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.
Huh.
You're up. Because he's been waiting in the Zoom room for a while. Okie dokie. Well, it's our pleasure to welcome back our friend and sponsor, Petr Kucheryavyy. And Peter is the Director of Accessibility at Spectrum Communications, if you don't know by now. Hi, Peter. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Peter.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello, Peter.
Gang's all here.
The whole gang is here. This is exciting. Happy anniversary.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You know, I hear out there that 11 is a lucky number, so that's a really lucky occurrence this Sunday.
All right. That's
good.
What happened to David?
He left before the top of the hour.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He said he has something to do. He might pop back on. Now I remember. I remember.
All right, Peter.
Okay.
I got your back.
That's all right. I can play David's role. I'll be David. Too.
Okay, that's good.
There you go.
How you doing, Peter?
I'm doing well.
How's the boys?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are the boys?
The boy and the girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You got a girl now.
That's right. Well, they are. They're going through that weird late winter, early spring string of diseases. So it's been kind of a nightmare here in the house. But I'm hopeful we'll put this behind us and catch the sunny days here soon.
Well, move to Florida. You'll get lots of sunny.
Oh well, I know.
So who got sick?
Yeah.
Leonardo or Katya?
Well, both of them. They got those, the blisters that happen on your feet, hands, and tongue.
Oh no.
So they started with that, and now there's some sort of stomach bug that Leonardo got. So poor little fella, he's been out of commission for a couple days.
Oh gosh. So you got your hands full there.
Well, you probably said have to get back together, get better soon.
I will. Thank you, Gary. Well, I wanted to, it's today's 11th anniversary, and I've got a couple trivia questions I'll throw out there. And if somebody knows the answer, I got some giveaways. I've got this lovely tumbler that I love to use on my desk. I'm not giving away mine. Don't worry about it. I got a clean one. But I have a lovely tumbler with a built-in straw that's there. But anyway, so I was thinking about the number 11, and there was a show recently. I think it's still airing its latest season, so it's pretty recent. But there is a funky, crazy little show with a lead character who's referred to as 11. So if somebody knows the answer, what show is this? It's a strange show. That's kind of a hint. That's as far as I'll go.
Hear from somebody from Worcester, Massachusetts that has Spectrum. I'd like to hear from that. Somebody from Worcester, Massachusetts.
But they don't have to have Spectrum.
Well, it's nice.
Right,
I'd like to hear from somebody from Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. It'd be nice if you have Spectrum, but you certainly don't have to. Any listener that's calling in. And by the way, if you don't know the answer to that, I'll give a backup trivia. If you don't know the answer to the first one, but you know the answer to the second one, I'll still give it to you. I'm making it super easy today. So,
you're
Blind and Beyond radio show's been on for 11 years. But Spectrum started coming on a number of years ago. Do you remember what year that was? It was a wild year in our society's time, and we started coming on to the Blind and Beyond radio show that same year, which is just so crazy for me to think that we pulled that off, but we've been here ever since. So if you know the answer to either of those two questions, I'd love to hear from you, and we'll celebrate the big 11, the lucky 11, with some gifts.
For
Worcester, we want to thank you for all the years you've been with us.
2 months.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll be somebody that's been listening for a long time and will know the answer.
Maybe we should throw out the phone number to call.
Well,
that's a good idea.
Phone number to call in is 407-894-1680. That's 407-894-1680. 407-894-1680.
So, Peter, tell us how you use Spectrum in your house.
Well, the funny thing is, I think it's been a while since I mentioned this, and it's kind of ridiculous, but it's true. I live in Denver, where there is no Spectrum service.
Oh.
So it's kind of unfortunate for me, but I'm super lucky that I have ways to get some of the services, like the streaming services, remotely. So I use the Spectrum TV app a good bit. I have access to a pretty wide array of TV on there. So that's a great one when I'm traveling because it's accessible. I can have my earbud in my ear. I can turn on the audio description. I still have all the same controls that I would if I had a set-top box, for instance, for the most part. But it's right there on my phone. So I do use that. I use Spectrum Access app a good bit when there's no audio description, or I want to be able to be the only one who hears the audio description. And the great thing about that is whether you're like me and live in Denver or you live anywhere in the country, the app is available to you for free. So you don't even have to be a Spectrum customer to enjoy that. But I would say the third way that I really enjoy Spectrum service, and I'm not paid to say this, you guys, but the Spectrum mobile edition. If you're a Spectrum customer, you can get mobile service for some ridiculously low prices. And they made that available to a lot of the employees a couple years ago or so. And I certainly took advantage of it. It beats your mainstream mobile providers by a lot financially, but you do have to be a Spectrum customer. And if you are, I think it's pretty dirt cheap. So that's a great one. So I enjoy all three of those. That's a great question, though.
Hey, Peter.
Yes, Gary.
You know, we went into Denver, Colorado last week.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that, Gary. We're on KLZ 560 AM.
Oh, look at that. Congratulations.
Yes. And they have an FM too, I believe. I forgot the number. Oh, 100.7 FM.
Okay.
So it's 560 AM. So they're hearing you right now in Denver.
Amazing. Well, as soon as I get off this call, because I don't want to have that background noise, because we are live, as Michael says, I will turn it on and see how it fills the house.
Terrific.
Maybe it'll make Leonardo feel better. We'll try that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got no callers. Is that true? We had no callers. Do we have to wait? We have to give these giveaways next week? Because I can hold on to them. I got no worries.
You can hold on to them.
I can hold on to them.
Gets brave enough to call in.
Oh, you know what? How about we do this? Those same two questions, if you find out the answers by the next time Spectrum is on air, I'll still honor it. How about that?
Like that.
Okay, wow.
Look at
There
that.
you go. Thank you.
I think you should give it to the co-host myself.
Well, hold on. Before we go any further, we do have Johnny from PA calling in.
He is calling in.
Where's Johnny?
Oh, I hope so.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
Hello.
Johnny.
Hey, how y'all doing? Johnny.
How are you?
Hey, you know, doing fine. I'm doing fine. You know what? Y'all doing really good on what y'all doing, and happy 11th anniversary. I mean, it's been a New York minute, Michael. Thank you. Since I've listened to y'all, but y'all are doing really well and everything. And hey, I just called in for the hell of it, just to think. I know the trivia question to the last one.
Okay. Throw it at us.
And I think it's Stranger Things.
That's right.
Good job, Johnny.
Very good.
Good job.
Well done.
Yeah,
well done.
good job.
All right.
Thank you,
All right.
sir.
Well, you leave your information behind for me, and I'll get in touch with you, and I'll send it right over.
Hey, no problem.
That's
Give it to
amazing.
Gary.
Good job. Congratulations.
I'm listening, Johnny.
Hey, thank you very much. Give it to
Johnny from Pennsylvania.
Okay,
Congratulations.
Peter,
Yeah.
Peter, we had
Give it
somebody
to-
else too from Daytona that knew the answer too. So, but it's we already had a winner. So next time. All righty.
I'd like to
That
speak
is-
to
that
Johnny
is
too.
our-
Where's he from?
Oh,
He's
where
from
we-
Pennsylvania.
I know what part. Pennsylvania's big. What part of Pennsylvania?
He's John Gula, and he used to live here in Florida, and he is the one that texted me and said he saw it on Facebook and what was the phone number so he could call in. So
Very nice.
Wow,
Just
look at
curious
that.
What part of Pennsylvania he lives?
Well, maybe it's a secret.
I don't remember.
All right.
Well, he's a guy who knows how to find his
Michael,
way. I
that's-
appreciate that. So we'll take care of Johnny. Thanks, Johnny, for calling in. And thank you, everybody. Happy anniversary.
Thank
Happy
you,
Big
Peter.
11.
We're gonna let you
Thank
get
you so
back
much.
to your
Thank you so
kids.
much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter.
Good night.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you for joining us. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Peter.
All right. We have Marsha Lindbergh was calling in to say happy
Marsha
anniversary. We
Lindbergh.
haven't talked to Marsha.
Absolutely. I haven't spoken
Marsha.
to Marsha. I've been for a
Hi,
long
Marsha.
time. Hi,
Marsha.
Marsha. Marsha.
Hello.
Chris.
Hey,
Hi,
Marsha.
Marsha.
Hi, congratulations on your 11th anniversary. Woo-hoo!
Happy
so much, Marsha.
belated
Thank you,
birthday.
thank
I was
you.
just gonna say happy belated
Thank
birthday.
you.
Yeah.
I don't have birthdays. anymore.
Yes,
I'm
you
like
do.
forever 29.
Marsha, you look like you're 29. I said it on
Thank
Facebook. I
you.
said you don't age.
Well, you know who keeps me young is Greg. Greg looks like he's like 12. Doesn't he? He's got a baby face. He's like my baby.
Oh, you would have been so proud of him the other night. We had a gathering at Fiddler's Green Pub in Winter Park, and he performed,
Yes.
and he did a phenomenal job.
Did he do the Poor Little Fool song?
I am not surprised.
He was just amazing. Yeah.
He is
He
amazing.
was
He had
good.
Scott McIntyre, who was like came in 8th place in American Idol.
Right.
I mean,
right.
he coached him. Like, you know, really, that's professional. We are like so blessed. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah, I heard the song they did when he was out there, so that was wonderful.
Yeah, Greg's right here.
Hey there, guys. Happy anniversary.
Hey!
Hey, Greg.
Thank you, Gregory.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you,
Did
Greg.
you sing Poor Little Fool without me there? Did you sing Poor Little Fool?
Yep. Sure. Yep.
Did you sing Poor Little Fool at the concert?
And we even have Greg's dad here. Dr. David.
Hello, how are you?
Awesome.
How you doing, Doctor?
Good, doing fine.
Dr. David Greenberg.
Congratulations for longevity.
Dr. Lindbergh.
Lindbergh.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you
Boy,
so much.
Thank you.
We go way back when you used to come to the other studio with us and hang out with us. And the little, was it Lola? What was
No,
it?
that might have been Lily.
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 Yeah,
Lily. It was
Lily.
Lily. It was Lily. It was Lily. Yeah.
I know. All our fur babies that we love.
Thank you for calling in, everybody.
It was
It's
very
the
nice.
Lindbergh
Very
family.
nice.
Yay. That
Thank
makes
you,
it-
thank you.
Keep it up.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good night, all. Good night. That's so nice.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye. That was
Bye.
Greg Lindbergh.
Bye-bye. I love you.
Mama and his papa and his guide dog Goldie.
Yeah.
And we know Greg and his parents
Goldie.
long time.
Yep.
About 15 years. No, wait, let me think. 12.
Blind Matters.
Yeah, from Blind Matters. So I can't
Yeah.
do the math. What's 26 take away 12? 14? Something. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
how far back we go.
I sat with him at your anniversary. I sat with his parents and had dinner with him on your anniversary night.
That's right. Yeah, they were at our party. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness.
Good
all these
people.
Wonderful
Good people.
calls that we're getting.
Terrific.
I want to thank you all for calling in. I appreciate it so much, too. It's very nice of you.
I'm glad that Peter got a winner tonight.
I'm shocked
Yeah,
it was Johnny.
too. And John. Yeah, and,
Johnny, if you're
and
listening,
Lynn and Michael,
I'd like to
that's
hear what
Johnny.
part of Pennsylvania you're from.
Is Kim from Daytona still on the line? Chris, is Kim from Daytona Beach still on the line? I know she was calling about the trivia, but I thought maybe she wanted to say hello.
No, she's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to break anyway
Lynn-
in about a minute.
Lynn,
Oh, wait, what's this?
Jo-
Now we have Brent
Johnny-
from Story. Oh, can Brent
Oh.
call, hold on and call in after the break?
I'd like to hear from Brent out there from Missouri. Brent, from Missouri, you're calling in? I'd
Hi,
like to hear from
Brent.
you, Brent.
Yes, hi, good evening. Happy anniversary to you, dear sweet people, and may you have many, many more beautiful and happy years of the show.
Thank you,
thank
Brent.
you.
Thank you,
Brent,
thank you.
If this is the Brent I think it is, you've been listening since the beginning, since Blind Matters.
Yes, Blind Matters
Yes,
Radio,
way back.
way back there.
That's wonderful.
And then I moved from Hanford, California, back here to Neosho, Missouri. My cousins moved back here, and they wanted me to come. And I thought, well, I might as well. But I'm in independent living. You know, I'm not living with anybody, just me and Jesus. But the thing of it is, I'm very glad to find the show. I just thought you folks might like to know that, you know, it's a good thing that you did put an ad on Facebook, because that is how I found the show again.
Oh, we're so happy that you're following us again.
Thank you.
Brent. Truly. I thought you lived in California. I just said to Michael, Brent used to live in California, but now we know you're in Missouri. So you'll listen
Yes,
every Sunday night,
yes.
all right?
Yes, exactly. And I'm so glad that I found the show, and I wanted to wish you all a very happy anniversary, good health, God's blessings, prosperity, and all the best.
You too.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Brent. Thank you so
talk to
much.
you soon.
Thank
Be
you,
well.
thank
Be
you.
well, Brent.
Okay. You know what? Before we go to Gary's trivia,
Yeah, and
it's all right. Good night, Brent. Thank you so much for calling. Yes, what?
and hope to talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye-bye. So before we
Bye.
go by Gary's trivia, I just wanted to remind everybody about, let's see, next week's lineup. And we'd like you to join us next Sunday, April 19th. And guests include Amanda Eddy, who is a glaucoma patient and an incredible advocate for the Glaucoma Research Foundation, one of our wonderful sponsors, as well as Kirsten French, who will be returning to tell us all about the first ever Advocacy Month promoted by Guide Dogs for the Blind, another wonderful sponsor. And I'd also like to remind everybody that tomorrow, April 13th through sundown on Tuesday the 14th, is Holocaust Remembrance Day, Yom HaShoah, which is the Remembrance Day, which was first observed in 1953 to remember and honor the 6 million Jews and others who perished in the Holocaust and to celebrate those who survived. So if you're interested, look up on your computers or your phone and you can follow the Remembrance Day tomorrow. And that's what I have.
Gary Sinclair, you're up for your trivia.
Oh, okie dokie. Right now, I think I have a very, 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 very easy one for you tonight because I want to give away something. Who is our longest sponsor of the Blind and Beyond radio show? That is, who is the
That's a good
sponsor
question.
of the Blind and Beyond radio show? Number to call in is 407-894-1680. That's 407-894-1680. Who was our longest sponsor of the Blind and Beyond radio show?
I'll give you
my question.
only one hint.
They don't need
Only
any
one hint. They've been with us for 11
No hints.
No hints.
No hint?
It's
Okay.
too
Yeah.
No hints.
No hint. Yeah.
They were there from the very beginning, back in 2016.
Very, very beginning.
2016.
They kept us going. Yeah, they kept us going. We had a little rough time.
Don't give any more hints, Gary. Just the phone number.
Okay. Okay, 407-894-1680 if you want a prize. I know you're hungry.
Okay.
Okay, so while we're waiting.
Ooh, I'm taking a breath. This is so many phone calls. It's wonderful, right?
This is a busy, busy day. This is great.
Not complaining. Not
at all.
Yeah.
And we
Thank
still
you.
have time.
No
so
dead
if
time,
any,
no
Thank
dead
you,
time.
Sheila. I just would like to say thank you from us for getting the word out all the time. We appreciate it.
Well, I was so thrilled that
Yeah.
because I sent it out to ACB Conversation and I sent it out to my recipe group. I've got over 100 people on my recipe group.
Oh, so that's how you met Karen.
Terrific.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
tell everybody while we have some time. Tell everybody about the recipe group.
Well, every 2 weeks, I do a recipe call on ACB Community, which we have calls every day, 7 days a week, from 10 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night on every topic you can imagine. And my recipe call is on the second and fourth Wednesday at 7 p.m. And we have different topics. So last week we had a topic about pizza, and I got recipes for everything from pizza cookies to pizza chicken to breakfast pizza to you name it. But our next call is going to be not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, and it's going to be recipes that celebrities recipes. So
that'll be fun.
that'll be so much fun. I'm so looking forward to it. And we do a different topic every time. So it's a lot of fun. And I met Karen through that call. And and this was the first time she had heard about the show. And she called in and won a prize. So I'm very excited.
So wait a minute. Chris, are you listing pizza cookies? I think Zamaria and Malaya would love that.
I'll send you the document, Chris.
Okay, perfect.
Because
cookies?
Well, you take the sugar cookies and you press them down in a pizza pan, or and it has cream cheese topping, and then has fruit on
delicious.
top. And OMG, they sound so good.
Michael, I couldn't hear what you said after the cream cheese. What was on the top?
And fruit.
Oh, fruit. Oh, so it's like a.
Fruit.
like a fruit. Yeah, I have fruit pizza recipes. I've got, I've just got.
Not good. It does you mention the fruit.
Well, you could going to say pepperoni on the sugar cookies or something.
No,
tomato sauce on the sugar cookie.
No.
Oh, okay.
But there is a chicken where you put pizza sauce in the crock pot, and then you put chicken, and then you put more pizza sauce and some cheese, and you cook it.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So,
I could go for that.
I'll send it to you, Lynn.
Yeah, that sounds.
That sounds good. I go for that.
Just so everybody knows, she makes the best meatballs in the whole world. The sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Do you give people that recipe, Sheila?
Hey, Lynn.
Don't forget our potato salad. Don't forget our potato
And a
salad.
potato salad, yeah.
No, that wasn't pizza. That was different. So.
No, I know. But I said, I asked if you ever gave out the recipe.
Yes, it is in one of the documents that we have had. I think it was New Year's Eve party or party time or Lord only knows what. Yeah, I have got so many documents. It's not even funny.
So Gary, how come you don't call in? You have recipes.
Gary doesn't cook anymore.
Nah, I don't cook much anymore. I used to cook a lot. Oh, I used to make my chili yet. I just don't cook much anymore. I just get sort of wore out of it cooking. But I wanted to say that Johnny that called in tonight, he's the one that I say hello to once in a while. That he is I used to work with him many, many years ago, and from Pennsylvania, but I don't know exactly where he lives at. But if Johnny, you're listening, give me a call after the radio show.
That's right. We had people calling in from all over the place tonight.
So,
yes, it was a full show.
I forgot what
Carmen, anybody calling in for trivia?
I forgot what the trivia is.
Okay,
sorry.
so we did have Johnny to call back. He's from Sunlock, Pennsylvania. Is that what it is? Hunlock. I'm sorry, Hunlock.
Hunlock.
Where?
Hunlock. Hunlock.
Never heard of that place. I know Pennsylvania, like the back of my hand. Never heard of it.
Is that up? Is that upstate? Where's that at? What is it nearby?
It's northeast.
It's northeast Pennsylvania.
Here's somebody very
Northeast.
young talking.
I know that. I don't know where that place is. I can't believe it.
I don't think they mean Northeast Philly. They mean
Northeast part of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's where I used to live. Northeast Pennsylvania.
Where's Lehigh Valley? Is that Northeast?
That's not Northeast.
No.
That's upper.
So do you have
That's
the
Lehigh
answer?
Valley.
Do you guys have the answer?
Wait, I missed the trivia. What was the trivia?
The trivia was who is the longest sponsor of the radio show?
Last name and your address?
Oh, of course, Chris Shaw.
Sheila Young.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry, my
Michael
bad.
and Lynn Golder.
Yeah, right.
My bad. I'm sorry. I gave out the right answer. My bad.
Wrong answer.
Oh.
Any callers, Carmen?
She's on the line talking with Johnny now. So hold on one moment.
Okay.
Oh, terrific.
No, he can't. He can only call for one trivia at a time, and he got to wait 31 days.
I can't believe nobody.
So let everybody, Mike, you have to probably repeat that so everybody will know. 31 days, and you can call once in a day, after 31 days.
Gary, will you
And
give
you
out
can't
the
give out
question
two
again?
answers at a time.
Gary, please give out the question again. It's so easy. I cannot believe.
Okay.
I'm shocked.
Who is our longest sponsor of the Blind and Beyond radio show? The longest sponsor, right from the day one beginning.
They've been with us for 11 years.
And they have, and I tell you what, they kept us going because we had a rough start, but boy, they kept us going with some money to keep the show going.
I can't believe
Yes.
some of our listeners that have been listening forever are not calling in.
I know.
Oh my goodness! And we gave that answer out about a week ago when we was talking to the Blind and Beyond radio show.
All right, Michael's going to give a hint.
Gave it away.
One hint.
One hint.
It's the first commercial that we ever did.
No, I meant when we come
It's the
on.
first commercial we ever did.
Yeah, that's true. But it's the first commercial of the
Yeah.
show, I think, when we come on.
First commercial too.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, yes.
First commercial we ever did.
I thought they'd give that one away easy.
So
Easy.
Gary, what is your favorite memory of the show since you've been on the show?
My favorite memory of the show is all of them.
Oh,
I just love the show. I just love all the shows, man. I could hardly say which one.
No, wait. The funniest still goes in the record book, folks.
Oh, that woman from
The
Philly?
woman that was in the bathroom. That was still
Yes.
all time.
That's the funniest one of the show.
That's the
Definitely,
funniest one of all
I don't even
times.
remember. What,
I wish we could repeat that one day. I wish we could repeat that one day. It's funny.
but Gary, what
Made you roll on the floor. What memory do I have? Oh my goodness. I just can't really say because there are all so many good memories. I mean, it's been the greatest show on the
remember when you
planet.
used to bring your grandsons to the studio. Grandson.
Oh, yes.
I looked
yes,
up. I didn't
yes.
know he
And-
was videotaping us. In those days, we called it videotaping. David's
Yeah.
back. I think David's back to say hello and goodbye. Hey, David, we missed
Yep.
you.
Hey, Dave.
He has to unmute himself. He knows.
Yeah,
folks.
well, Braden, he did some talking on the radio
everybody
show.
for calling in so far tonight. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Boston, I'm surprised.
We love
you
y'all.
in Boston.
They were going to.
Yeah.
That guy
Hey,
from Minnesota
good
was
to hear
I
your
would like to
voice.
hear from Boston. I would like to hear from people from Atlanta. Didn't hear from anybody from Atlanta either.
I'm just excited that Peter had a winner tonight. He could have had a second winner, too. So that was good.
Absolutely.
I
And
was
Johnny
listening, I
won
just
it.
wasn't talking.
Come on, man. That's great.
Some minor technical difficulties, but I was listening in the wings anyway.
So, David, what's your favorite
Okay,
memory of
we
the
love
show?
it.
And then we'll ask Sheila before we say goodnight.
What's that? My favorite? What?
Your favorite memory of the show, or funniest memory, or something that stands out in all these years?
You don't want me to tell you my real favorite.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. There's a couple bloopers that may have come out on the blooper reel that were actually my my favorites. There were a couple pretty funny ones, but probably one of my favorites was when I was on the show with my buddy Bry, bass player and ham radio friend of mine that has since passed away, but. He and I played live on the show when it was down there in the studio. So that was something that every once in a while pops into my mind as a very fond memory.
Don't remember that.
Say what? So that was the Blind and Beyond radio show from last night, Sunday night.
Yes.
Syndicated all over the place, all over the world.
Happy 11-year anniversary.
Yeah, happy 11 years is right. That is quite an achievement. I'll tell you, to be on, especially a very specialized type of show, but any kind of show, to be on a broadcast radio station for that long is incredible. So we want to thank everybody who's helped out. Our buddy Mike Latta. Of course, we don't want to forget Miss Julie, who has been a great deal of help. Was it Marty or Mart? Yeah.
Martin? Yeah.
Martin, yeah.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you very much.
Martin helps out a lot. And, of course, my dear wife, Brenda.
Of course. Thank you,
Who's
Brenda.
always jumping and helping out on the shout-outs and helping me look halfway decent
Thank you,
on
Jules,
my camera.
Juju, and thank you to the whole wide world that's listening out there.
Definitely want to thank Terry Willard. Some
Yes.
great music and conversation with him, and hope to have him back on. And really enjoyed talking to Pete Lane, who I've never
Yes,
met
indeed.
before, but I think I made a new friend. He seems like a super cool guy. So some great resources too for the blind community. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share,
Don't worry, I'll
comment.
put in the descriptions. I'll fill them up with information with all the stuff we talked about.
And by the way,
You have something, huh?
yeah, by the
Okay.
way, if you want to if you know someone that would be perfect for our show, drop us a note and let us know, because I know, for instance, someone had mentioned about macular degeneration. Well, I'm going to do my best to try to find someone that can talk about that, because it's an important topic that we all can learn something about. So we'll do some checking and see what we can come up with. But maybe you've got some clues, you got connections with somebody that would be perfect. Let us know, and you can leave comments on here, of course, or Hershi can give you the email.
Absolutely. blindandbeyondshow@gmail.com.
Wow, can you believe that?
Simple.
Blind
I
and
leave
Beyond
it
Show
@gmail.com.
Wow. That is simple.
Yep, at gmail.com. No, let's rewind.
Even I can
Blind
remember.
and Beyond Show. What's standing there?
And we're talking beyond, seriously beyond.
Yeah, just like I said, drop us a line in the comments if you want to make it easy. You ain't got to go nowhere. You don't have to go anywhere. You ain't got
right.
to. That's bad grammar, Hershi.
In the meantime, step out of your comfort zone, do something fun, and don't forget to check out the podcast. There are a lot of great blindness podcasts. No, we are not competing against them. We're working with them to bring important information to the community. So go and check those guys out. They make some great stuff, and you can learn a lot. Plus, it's just fun to listen to, you know?
If you're rolling the tape tonight, you'll go learn how to make your own. There were links. We were talking about it. So, again, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for always giving us that support, even during the week. I am reading your comments down there, so thank you for dropping us a line here and there. And again, if there's anything else we could do for you, we'd love to bring this to the show. And until next week, I guess, Dave, I think next week we might go to Virginia. I have a feeling we might go to Virginia. We'll see.
Cool.
I might fly you out there. We'll see. We could always go around different states, you know what I mean? Go check out what's going around. I know we're in Florida, but we gotta...
I've got my bags packed just in case.
Just in case, yeah. You know what? We gotta talk about that too. What do you take when you go on and travel? We gotta talk. We gotta talk, man. Anyway,
I
ladies
like
and
to bring
gentlemen.
as little as possible, but...
Yeah, but what is that little?
You know,
We're blind. We need a cane, at least.
That's true. And if I'm traveling with the missus, sometimes it's not always possible to go for small.
Well, but even then, you want to make
She's
sure it
got
goes
much better, though. I'll tell you what.
Well, you want to fit it in the overhead compartment. Maybe you want a backpack. Maybe you want a backpack with wheels. Maybe you want something. We got to talk later, man. I think we should go home.
Yeah, I think we should.
That we'll be getting too excited for a topic that's going to be another 3 hours, and next Monday, we'll talk about it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
And see ya next time. Yeah, we can say that. See
out.
you later.
Alligator.
Later on ski.
Peace out. Much love. Thank you.